RWP is brought to you by Porch Beer Entertainment.
No, I like the colors, man. No, this is cool. This is
Man.
at least you. Sorry, I had to reset up everything.
Yeah, because you took the studio home.
I did take the studio home, but I've got a new.
Happening?
There's nothing
What
happening.
did you do
It's all
over
set up.
here?
It's all set up.
Not the way I like it.
Well, yeah, you can move that away from the wall a little bit.
Thanks for your permission to move
Yeah,
my
well,
table away from my wall.
It is my equipment, you know. This is
What are you doing here? What did you do?
unbelievable. This outfit. No, I think you've got it. It's there.
Is that better? Okay.
Yeah, it's great. Can you hear? You can hear fine?
Yeah, I can hear.
I've got a new cord for the iPad.
Yeah, but not the new multi-mix. So
No, because actually this mixer is better.
right. No, you're telling me something
It
about
is. It's old school. It's better. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm trying to think of the right words to describe your outfit.
I have a couple of these matching pajama bottoms.
It's comfy. You're comfy. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is like I wear this in the mornings when I'm like just get up.
Yeah.
Like especially on the weekends, you know,
Yeah.
cuts around. This is the kind of thing I'd wear when I go out and pick up the newspaper out front
Yeah.
and wave to the other neighbors, and they're wearing a similar outfit.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that. There's also, it's just like, again, like I'm afraid that you're going to fall asleep during the show.
No, I didn't take my cold.
Oh, you're
meds
going
yet.
ginger ale. You're not going any beer tonight, huh?
No. Well, I got the ginger ale, and you've got the real ale. See, I got
Yeah.
you an ale so we could do the joke.
I get it. But
It's sold better upstairs.
are you afraid to drink with the sickness? Like down with the sickness, but drink
Yeah.
with the sickness?
Yeah, it'll get worse.
Man, so you went to work today, though. So
I've been to work. I went to work all week.
So you're a sick guy at work, which is like that's
I-
like a designated person. They're a
So-
sick person at work for sure.
And I'm firmly against it because, like, I've sent my team members home when they're sick.
Yeah, I'm with you like that. Yeah.
Because it's not worth it. But we had absolutely no one in, and so
Yeah.
I'm the only Govey who was on the team who could have possibly been in the office because everyone else is traveling. Because I was just traveling.
Yeah.
I had to turn down travel this week because there's no one at the office. So
Sure.
So I was there and I was the sick person at work, and oh my god,
Gotta
I
stay
had to,
away from the sick person.
I
at
have to
work.
I have to space out my like the times I blow my nose too, because like if left unchecked, I could have blown my nose like 100 times at work.
Yeah.
But I have to save it, and so like when not a lot of people around, I do it, and then like I can't do it too frequently because then my cube mate's gonna be like, "Are
It's
you
just
okay?"
disgusting. You're the
Yeah.
disgusting guy at work.
It was terrible, and I felt like crap all week, and so I've just been like
Man.
pumping Dayquil like a champ. All
Well, I'm
sorts of
glad you're
drugs.
dedicated to this show
Yeah.
because we have not really, we haven't really been that dedicated over the last month. It's funny. I was thinking about it. I was like,
August is crazy.
I was like tonight. Well, it is. I mean, with my move and all this stuff, this will be the first time I'll
Did you
have.
move in August?
Well, July. I don't know why you said August. August started today.
Oh, I'm out again for another week travel this August.
Oh, okay. Oh, not during the anniversary though, right? Not that week.
What week is that?
The 23rd.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I was supposed to travel back to back
Oh
2
my
weeks in a
God.
row, but
Okay.
I got off the second trip. So,
So are you leaving like next week or the week after?
yeah. So next Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you'll be back for the 1 year
Yes.
anniversary
Oh, yes.
show
Of course,
because
I wouldn't miss
again,
it for the world.
here's the thing with this is people at home. You may have seen on Instagram. I made a post about, or we made a post about it. We are approaching.
bubbly.
Salty Dalton and I are approaching our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, we are. Hey, I got pizza
Uh,
upstairs going. By the way.
Nice. Good. I'm glad the system is churning like it usually is. It's been a while, but we're going. 1 year anniversary show will be in a couple weeks. I believe like the week of the 23rd. And we're doing something a little special for that episode. Salty Dalton. We're going to be sharing some memories.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be talking to some folks that appeared on the show before. We're having people email us your voice memos. You pull up your iPhone, you go to voice memos or Android or whatever. It's very simple. You record a quick note to us, to talk about your favorite moment on the show. You hit the share button, email it to us, therandomwordblog@gmail.com, and we will play those on that episode. We'll also play some calls that night to CMO Pete, maybe, the Goose. There'll be some special guest appearances throughout the night on the phone lines. And we're just going to reminisce, man. We're going to spend that night. We'll talk about our favorite inventions. We'll talk about, I mean, it's been a year. Can you think about that for a second?
Right? We've done this for a year. 52 weeks.
We started on a porch with some bad microphones.
Out of the 52 weeks in a year, we've missed maybe 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So we've done this. We've put in at least 48 weeks of work. That's insane.
That's a lot. And the first couple episodes had some interesting sound quality. It wasn't up to snuff,
No.
but which is kind of awkward. So I've got somebody at work who
Up to snuff is a weird term.
It is,
because
up to
isn't like
snuff.
snuff films a thing?
Yeah, like you murdering somebody while having sex with them.
I think that's like the thing.
Man,
They just have to die at some point. That's all I know.
yeah, I don't know if it's before or after. That would be a different video. Would be after the death.
I don't know. I
Would
don't
be
watch.
like a
I don't watch them
corpse.
to
No,
know.
I mean I don't
but
watch it either. I don't know why you're looking at me like you should know. You're an expert, right?
If we have any listeners that are well versed in the snuff,
Ugh, do we really want them? Yeah, send in your voice memos of your favorite snuff film, and
Yeah.
we'll listen to it on the show. You can also email us if you're kind of gun shy and you don't want to record your voice or whatever. You can email us therandomwordblog@gmail.com. We'll read the emails out loud, but we want this to be fun. I mean, celebrate you guys, the
are we
listeners,
gonna look back at the
celebrate
first
us.
episode? Are we doing? Like
I think we might go
We-
back
we can
and
do
listen to
some
the
parts,
first
some
episode.
parts,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
bits of it.
I'll chop it up and put out some of the segments, and we'll play them on the show. And
That
just
reminds me.
chat about it.
So remember the bathroom horror stories I have
Yeah,
about people barging in on me at work?
and the wheelchair guy and all that stuff.
Yeah, I thought Jake just discovered something magical at his work
Really?
is a solitary single-use bathroom on this like abandoned floor.
Yeah, that's
And
the
he
dream.
was
That's
like-
El Dorado.
And I literally said, "You found the holy
Yeah.
grail."
No, but
Because I told him I was like,
you
"Otherwise,
can't tell anybody that works there.
Oh,
You
I
can't tell
said,
anybody.
you have to guard that with your actual life. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
even kidding. If there was someone ran in there with a gun and was
Yep.
like, I need a restroom, you would direct him to any restroom but that
No,
one.
you have to hold on to that fact because you're gonna need that one day.
That's like something
pinch.
That's like something you put in a map on the back of the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
Like with the lime juice or whatever, when you uncover it and it actually
Yeah.
leads you to
Yeah, okay,
just
okay.
a bathroom at work that no one touches.
No, you're right because that is especially. I mean, dudes, girls, whatever. A bathroom in a pinch at work is really something that is coveted. I mean, that's something you
Imagine
need.
the peace of mind, like where you can sit down and like
Relax. Bring a newspaper with you.
like you don't have pressure of people coming in and out and all this other stuff.
You don't have to. Now, the awkward thing with that would be if somebody's waiting outside, because
If
that's the
someone else
pressure
knew
with
about it.
single-use bathrooms at restaurants. Is there's always somebody waiting outside, or there's somebody that knocks on the door, or you have to deal with that situation where it's a little scary. I remember my aunt once walked in on me in the bathroom, and
What?
it was.
What do you mean?
So I was like 12 years old. It was like
It's disgusting.
It was like a cookout, like a family reunion cookout type thing, and I was in the
Just
bathroom.
being in the backyard and she walked in on you?
No. I was in the house. You go in the house to go to the bathroom, and I was sitting on the toilet. I don't know what I was doing. I was just messing around, and then
You were
she
messing around on the toilet.
I was
Which
just-
one was it?
I was doing my thing, man. I was doing my thing, and I heard a knock on the door, and for some, to
Dude,
this
you
day,
get paralyzed with fear, right?
To this day, I don't know why I didn't say anything.
That's the same thing when that guy ripped open the stall door because one, it was
didn't say
locked.
anything. Yeah.
Two, I couldn't formulate words to be like occupied because you were so scared.
I know. I couldn't say. I didn't say anything. And then she opens the
That must have
door.
been weird.
It was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And meanwhile, this aunt at that time had just married into the family fairly recently. So she was trying to like get in good with everybody. Super nice lady. She was trying to like be part of the
Peeping
family.
Tom,
She
though,
immediately
right?
walks into me taking, a number 2 pencil. And
What?
And that's a phrase. People say it.
Yeah,
and-
I'm off to take the number two pencil.
but there was that moment after she walked in where it was like she didn't want to say it, but it was like, why didn't you say anything? I wouldn't have walked in on you if you had just said occupied. But that's the thing, the word, you don't know what to say because occupied is such a weird word.
Or it's either you just be like, yeah.
Yeah, because what I mean,
Who else is who's gonna come to the bathroom after someone screams?
one more
that?
quick thing on this. So, you know how a janitorial crew comes in, they clean our bathrooms in our building, and they clean it in the morning, and then they clean it about midday.
Yeah.
And then they clean it after.
Do they come in when you're in there?
So I have
It happens to me
tried
every day.
so hard to figure out the schedule.
I have no idea
I've
what it
timed
is.
it up. I go, okay, it's roughly somewhere between like 11:30 and noon is usually when they come in. So I make sure to avoid the time frame 11:30 to noon. I show up at 1:30. The lady's knocking on the door. Hello, hello, hello. And I, of course, it looks like the Browns' offensive line in the toilet, and I'm sorry, that's gross. And she comes in. I'm looking at my watch. I'm like, it's 1:30. How the hell? And then there was a time at like 3:00. Why are you cleaning the toilet? It's 3:00. Like, I don't know what the schedule is.
They got to go home too, man. What are they going to do? Work at 9 to 5 and do nothing but
come
clean
back.
a toilet?
I think they just circle this office park and they go to each building and then they come back and it's time to round 2. But I don't know the schedule. They don't follow a script. They don't follow the schedule.
I'm good at yelling occupied now, but I had the same exact issue.
I always go, I'm here. I don't say occupied. I go, I'm
present.
Here. I'm here. And
they're taking attendance. Oh, yeah. Ben, you're in there. You're in the toilet. What stall?
I just go, I'm in here. That's what I say. I say, I'm in here.
I say occupied, but this morning it happened again. And there were 2 other people in the stalls next to me.
It's the worst.
No, but like I wanted to see how other people respond to this. So the person opens the door and the lady goes, cleaners. And not a fucking peep from any of those stalls.
It's all on you.
So I went, occupied. And I was like, these savages were just going to let her walk in and then be like, oh, this is cool. Now I can associate the face with whoever just defaced that stall.
I texted you that I think the janitor lady who called me ugly in Spanish. I texted you about this because this situation happened. I was the only guy in there. I'm washing my hands. She opens the door, sees I'm in there. I go, just give me 1 second. I'm just washing my hands. She's like, okay, whatever. And then as I'm walking out, she's on the phone. She's always on the phone. She's got her AirPods or something. She's talking to somebody. And I heard her go, Feo Gordo. Like, on the phone.
No, dude.
And I was walked by and I just, dude, that's why I'm like trying to like work out again. It's because this janitor lady on the phone was like, Feo Gordo. She didn't look at me and go, she just was on the phone. I think it was like, I think the person on the phone was probably like, oh, who's there? And she was just like, oh, just some Feo Gordo, like gringo. And my heart just dropped. I couldn't concentrate the rest of the day.
That's insane.
Dude, and until you've been called ugly fat boy by your janitor, like you're because you're the janitor. You can't fucking like go at me. No offense to janitors that listen to the show.
Whoa.
But like you're calling me fat ugly. Like you're cleaning up. Like you can't. Now I feel like an asshole because now I'm like we're at different levels. But yeah, it made me sad.
Well, first of all, it's just like I think what you're trying to say is like if I did that even in the office space, that's wrong. Like I can't walk out of someone's cube
and go, Feo Gordo.
Who are you meeting with? Oh, this fucking ugly guy right here.
Like fat boy.
Yeah.
Fat boy, boy.
Ugly Tony right there. And Tony's sitting here like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's what she basically said. She was like, fat boy, ugly boy, boy.
Boy.
She's like, I got to go clean up his poop right now like he's a child. It's like, you don't have to clean it up. You can leave it. I don't clean.
She puts you on the changing table.
How often do you clean your bathrooms in your house? Like once a month?
Probably once a week.
Once a week? Okay.
Once a month?
Well, I'm not saying. I mean, I've only lived in my house.
Month?
I've only lived in my house for like a month. So.
Okay, so how many times have you cleaned the toilet?
0.
0 so
I mean,
far.
I don't let it get like out of control. We flush.
Well, how do you know? Okay, we flush. Is that your definition of? Yeah. Sorry, we don't let it get out of control.
Works. The water.
We flush it. We don't just leave the to say in there.
The water shoots up and does a little swirl and then goes down. So it's like it's
but
like
guess
a quick
what? It's
clean.
swirling around. Is Ben?
It's a quick clean. It's like a quick swirl.
Well, you can get those attachments you hook into the side.
I'm getting a bidet, by the way. I'm going to get a bidet. And then I want you to come over and we can try it together.
Is
Not
that
at the
the
same
Tushy?
time.
What's it called? Something?
I don't know, but it's the water. Yeah.
Well, no, it's a bidet, but like the brand.
I don't know what it's. Yeah, okay. You're on the right page.
Where it hooks into the actual
where
water
it's either like normal water and then there's one you can get hot or cold. Like you can mix it up. But that's like $150. I'm going to get the normal one, which is like $60.
How hot is that water coming at you?
I don't know, but I've tried it once and it was shocking. I went to a friend's house. He had one. It was like, we talked about it on the show. I was like, this is a crazy experience. I don't know if I liked it, but I want to try it again. It's kind of like, but I'll cut that one out. So we, that we're back because we're talking about, poop, and that's what we do on the show. Okay, let's get the ball rolling here, Salty Dawn. What do we do this new season? It's been like weeks, so I forget how we start the show. Is it the haiku? It's a haiku.
A haiku.
Random haiku generator.
I don't remember how it ends though, so let me just.
We'll figure that out. Oh no, the way it ends is we both think of a word.
Oh yeah, 3, 2, 1. We guess the
and we
word.
try to guess. And the day that we get the same word at the same time, we have to quit the show.
Yes.
Like we have to stop everything. The microphones, I'm gonna just leave in the middle of the road.
A time of year, time of day, or setting.
Time of year?
Or a time of day or a setting?
Time of day, lunchtime.
Okay.
Setting?
No. Okay. Oh. Okay, so lunchtime.
Lunchtime?
An adjective to describe that time or place. So how would you describe lunchtime?
Beautiful.
Okay, what the is wrong with you?
I mean, lunchtime's the best time of day.
2 singular nouns that you would not usually expect to find in the same sentence.
Ring, bomb.
Another adjective.
Sexy.
A verb.
Dance. It's going to be one hell of a haiku.
Okay. All right,
All
man.
right, got it? All right, here we go. Episode 43, Salty Dalton. We're getting ready to start the show.
Okay.
Here's the haiku.
So
Give a little sniff. Sick boy.
Got the sniffles.
Feo Gordo.
Ring. A haiku. By Anonymous. Beautiful lunchtime. A tree. Sexy ring dances. Because of the bomb.
I can't say I've heard a better poem than that. Let's do this thing, sick boy.
Hit it. Kill switch engage.
I'm just going to keep saying the name. It's the Random Word Podcast. You got to understand what that means, right? Everything that they do is based on Spy Kids.
I came up with this dick monster.
By the way, look at that bird. That could be on the Random Bird.
Letting the sweet release of death embrace me. Grab the dustpan!
Dog justice.
Dog justice too.
Feel the lure.
Yeah.
Tim's dad has been thrown out of 5 Little League games so far by the local umpire crew here, but I just can't quit you, dear. I just can't shoot you.
Can't quit you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, buddy, wake up. It's time to go. I ordered these from the Baby Gap. Eating a dictionary?
And she kept saying the word heavy. Hunter, I barely know her. Your Tamagotchi has AIDS. It's like, how does it have AIDS? Like, so many baby heads could fit in there.
I don't think you can bite my neck like a fucking vampire. Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's time to waste your time. It's the Random Word Podcast with your hosts, Ben and Salty Dalton.
Welcome in, Rando Nation, to another installment of the Random Word Podcast with your hosts, Ben and Salty Dalton. Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending in the live studio audience. I know it's been about a week or so. We've been traveling. Some of us have been sick. I'm struggling through right now, but the show must go on.
Some of us are just ugly.
Yes, some of us are just Feo Gordos. And we're 2 average Joes here to bring you the words of the future. Ben,
welcome to
take away the
your
rest.
mom's favorite podcast, the Random Word Podcast, episode number 43. Again, you can find us on Instagram at the Random Word Podcast. You can find us on Facebook, of course. And also, let's get some more reviews going. We got like 20 or so reviews on iTunes. They're all 5 stars. They're all hilarious. I had somebody, a new listener to the show, actually tell me, I love your... Before she had even listened to the show, she was like, I read through your guys' reviews. They're hilarious. People love it. Keep those reviews coming because more than 20 people listen to this show. I can prove that by the download numbers, which have been steady throughout. And again, you can email us at randomwordblog@gmail.com. Again, please send in your favorite moments, either by voice memo or by email, of this show. It could be any moment, any invention, anything you want. We are going to talk about it on the 1-year anniversary show, which comes up in a couple weeks. So, Salty Dalton, we start every show. The purpose behind this great invention of a show, behind this genius between you and I, is one brain.
Yeah.
Because you kind of bring like the intelligent, analytical side. I bring the goofball humor side.
Right.
And we put this together into a baby.
Is that your way of telling me I'm not funny?
No, you're funny. I wouldn't be doing
you
this
just said
show.
that. You bring the analytical side, and
like-
I bring the jokes.
Like, for example, I wouldn't do a show with Nick because I know he's not funny. So, and Pete would just be on his phone the entire time.
Pete would be on his phone.
So there's nobody else I can do this show with. Let's start this thing off with
I still
the
don't think
random
we
word.
solved the
You're
fundamental.
Funny. You're funny. Here we go. No, you're funny. You're funny.
We'll call this a random sick podcast.
That's funny.
Your word is
Lookism.
Wookism? Wookie?
Lookism.
Lookism, sorry.
Lookism. That's LOO. That's a double O situation.
So
Do you remember that?
Look.
Look. So LOOKISM. Lookism.
Lookism.
It's a noun.
Okay.
And it's prejudice or discrimination based on physical appearance, and
Oh
especially
my God.
physical appearance
Yep.
believed to fall short of societal notions of beauty.
The goddamn janitor.
Then you suffered an incident of
A
lookism,
lookism, yeah.
when the janitor described you and your physical appearance as large and ugly.
You're right. No, you're right. That was
You were a victim of lookism.
I was lookized.
You were lookized.
Yeah. I mean, hashtag
because we've heard it all before. So
hashtag look at me too.
there's racism
You know.
based on your race. There's sexism
Yeah.
based on your sex. But what
Lookism.
about appearance that is not necessarily race?
It's funny because you said based on society standards, so it's like
It would be looking at
that's pretty tough, man.
It would probably be saying like, "Wow, she's supposed to be a model.
Yeah.
She's ugly." That's lookism because it's based off of the norms of we expect models to be like Kate Upton,
yeah.
super
And
beauties.
and so the janitor was like, "Oh, this guy's supposed to be like a businessman.
Yeah.
Like, look how fat and
he
ugly
fell
he
short
is."
of societal norms or
Man.
something of beauty.
I'll tell you one thing. Thank God we have the women in our life that we do, because the thing about being me is there is no chance that a woman would just like pick me out in a crowd and go, "That's the guy."
I don't get hit on. Do you get hit on?
I've never been hit.
I don't
on
think
in
I've
my
ever
life.
been hit on.
I've never been hit on in my life. Like no girl is picking us out in the crowd and being like, "That's the guy tonight" at the bar or something like that. Like, they always talk about these stories about like eyes at the bar. Like I looked at him from across the room and I knew I was going home.
I
with
looked
him
at her
tonight.
from across the room, and she looked the other way.
She looks across the room at me. I'm eating chicken wings. I'm burping a lot and I'm sweaty because I'm always sweating. I was sweating just setting up the equipment.
I was just walking up the stairs
Yeah,
because that's the most
it's-
physical activity I've had
It's
all
pretty
week
hot out.
was walking up the stairs.
But so lookism, I feel like you and I. No, you're a good-looking man. You're in shape. I'll get there. But I think you're right. You and I both have never been in that experience where like some random girl's coming up and being like, "Man, you're tops, man."
I think it's because we're intimidating, right? Maybe our beauty's really intimidating.
I don't know. I don't know about that. We may be Feo Gordo.
We may be Feo Gordo.
You're not Gordo, but yeah, lookism. Look, do you ever apply
You say-
lookism? What?
You said you're not Gordo. You still left that in the Feo part.
Oh,
So you said,
yeah.
You're not big. You're just ugly.
You're not funny. You're ugly. Like, I don't know what we're doing here. That's why we're doing an audio medium.
That's what I'm saying. Faces for radio, right?
Yeah. That's
You know,
all
I
it is.
looked up you remember the Kane Show?
Yeah.
Like I actually
yeah.
I actually went the other day.
You don't want to do that. Those radio guys.
The other day I Googled
No.
it because I was like, I heard their voices for the longest time growing up, and I was like,
Yeah.
who are these people?
No,
and-
they're radio
Not-
people are not good looking.
I mean, honestly, it's not even like what I expected at all. I had no idea like what notions to whatever in my head.
I'm just telling you that's why I was on Mason Radio, not Mason TV at school. But I like to think we have our own charm. See, a woman would just have to listen to us talk for
It's the jokes, Ben.
an hour and a half.
If we couldn't tell jokes, we
Be
would
done.
be alone forever.
Yeah, that's how I swooned my wife. I don't think that's the right use of that term.
I swooned her. I swooned her.
That's how I courted my wife, Abby, who's been on this show. Was literally just because I would just not stop talking and making jokes, and eventually she was like, "All right, I'll go on a date with you."
You just level set. Say, listen, I'll never be on the cover of GQ,
No.
but I can probably make you laugh.
I can make a joke about.
Apparently
the
that goes
cover
a
of
long
GQ.
way,
It
right?
Does.
Yeah.
It does. It counts for something. Lookism. Don't be lookinize people. All right.
Don't be lookinized people.
Don't lookinize me.
Yeah, lookism is it's a lesser known form of prejudice. Okay, we've seen it all: racism, sexism, whatever. It's time to end lookism.
And lookism. Hashtag look at me too. That is.
That's
hashtag.
amazing.
Yeah.
Hashtag
I
look
said that
at
earlier.
me too.
It must have gone over your head.
Oh, it did. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
on
all right.
a-
You're sick. You're playing hurt today.
I've been on a Dayquil trip like all day.
Yeah, I've been on a different kind of trip.
Mushrooms. Wowza.
We are going to move on to this
Bazinga.
segment. I don't have music for this yet. I'm still working on it. But this is a segment we debuted 2 episodes ago.
Episode 41.
Yeah, episode 41 we did this. It is
a completely random generated script. So the
go
best
ahead and
part
describe it.
about this one, so I found this site that has scripts for every TV show ever made. So all the scripts they have access to, right?
Yeah.
It's also a site where people can publish scripts to it. And so there's a section called unproduced scripts. And so I went there. You can filter by TV shows, movies, by comedy, shorts, and sketches. So I went to the sketches section because it's traditionally a little bit shorter, because we're not going to read an entire pilot episode here. And so I'm going through, and it basically gives you the title and a very quick description. And so I randomly chose, I chose the one that seemed interesting. And this is an unproduced written script. I don't
So this
even
is
know,
a
they
real
didn't even
script.
include the author's name on here.
So this is a real script that some human wrote.
Somebody wrote this, published it online, and it never got picked up for anything.
All right, so the script is called Axing the Zombie. Now, Salty Dalton will be our narrator and play all minor characters. I will be the character of Jake in this play. And
So I'll be everybody but
You'll
Jake.
be everybody but Jake. That's the name of the band.
Everybody but Jake.
So why don't we start this off? So again, this is a real script. I've not read it. Salty Dalton may have.
No, I only read the synopsis. I didn't even know Jake was a character.
We're gonna see if this is any good. We'll test this out. Give me 1 second. I need to get in I'm an actor, so I need to get in the mode.
Method act, yeah. For a script you've never seen.
There's breathing exercise. A-E-I-O-U. Antelope.
E-I-O-U.
Antelope. Badger.
Sally picked a pack of
caterpillar.
peppers by the seashore.
What's a animal that starts with D? Dragon.
That's
elephant.
not an animal.
Fallopian.
Fallopian.
That's an animal. It's
Fallopian
an animal.
what?
It's an animal. All right. I'm ready. Let me take one sip of this Corona Premier Cerveza Modelo Mexico.
Interior warehouse set night. Jake, 22, dressed as a...
That was my neck. Sorry.
Oh my God. Jake, 22, dressed as a zombie with ragged, dirty cloth bandages that are unwrapping, and a wooden splint on his left leg, stumbles forward. Zeke Howard, handsome, bare-chested... I don't understand how this is written. Handsome, bare-chested, with a black trench coat and black pants, jumps out from behind a crate and swings a large fake battle axe into Jake's groin. Jake staggers, knees turned in, then falls onto the ground in pain.
Cut. Zombies don't have balls. You're fired.
Oh, I thought.
I'm Jake. You're right. Sorry. Whoa, already messed it up. Go ahead, buddy. Sorry.
Cut! Zombies don't have balls. You're fired. Interior, Jake's house, night. Jake sits at attention on the couch in zombie costume, drinking an orange juice, watching a zombie movie, studying. And now this is Cynthia. Jake, you're not getting fake blood on the couch again, are you?
No, they weren't able to kill me today.
Ready to go to acting class?
That's the scene?
That's the scene.
Jesus Christ.
Exterior, warehouse, set, night. What the is CU of Jake? Close up.
Yeah.
Close up of Jake. His eyes move wildly about. A chainsaw buzzes in the background. This is a director. Don't flinch this time, or you're fired. Jake's point of view as Zeke is held suspended 10 feet above him, holding a giant chainsaw. Action! Zeke falls quickly towards him. Cut to black. Okay. How's this going so far? Fade in. Jake's house. Jake is on the couch again, half zombied with 2 black eyes and a splint on his nose, watching Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Did you get the milk?
Yeah, right after I got out of the hospital.
You got hurt again?
Being a zombie's dangerous work.
Cynthia, 20, in a clown costume with a huge smile and painted on tears, sits beside him. Want to talk about it?
Look. There's Clooney. All I want is my Clooney moment. A spoken part in a bad movie.
You'll get there. Just keep smiling and learning. Play a zombie, but don't become one. You've been in 4 John Zamro zombie movies. You must be doing something right if he keeps asking you back. Exterior, Universal Studios. That's a bit ambitious. John Zamro.
Only one of the biggest movie studios anywhere.
Dressed in a white tennis uniform with a purple sun visor, drives Jake around the back lot. Josh, I need to talk to you.
Mr. Zamro, my name is Jake.
Matt, you know I fired you 2 weeks ago, right?
You fire me twice every movie.
Back to the Future clock tower set. But I meant it. In fact, I always mean it. Do you know what the rate of zombie turnover for zombie extras in my movies is?
No, what is a rate of turnover?
The number of zombie extras that stay to work on the next movie. My rate of turnover is 0.001%. You know who that 0.001% is?
No idea.
You. And I'm getting tired of coming up with new and unusual ways of offing you. I've had you hanged, drawn, quartered, fed to mutants, and sawed in two. On IMDb, they're starting to think you're my trademark or something. I don't even know how you get back on set. John stops the cart right outside the Bates Motel and looks at Jake for the first time ever. He's been seeing him on camera. Purposely.
Jake, I'll tell you.
So, you're fired. You got it? Why the hell do you want to be a zombie in my movies anyway? There cannot be any money in it. Even I don't make money from these movies, and I'm the director.
I don't, but how can I tell my wife that I get fired up as a... Oh, wait, sorry, Jesus Christ. How can I tell my wife that I got fired as a zombie extra? It's the easiest acting gig in Hollywood. All you have to do is dress up in raggedy clothes and pretend to die.
Who is your wife?
She plays an extra in the remake of Killer Clowns from Outer Space, being made on lot 25.
I asked you who, not what. Anyway, why don't you ask her to help you get a job on that set? F up someone else's movie for a change.
That would require me to tell her I let her down.
You make about as much sense as a slasher movie. Just think to yourself, what would Norman Bates do?
Kill her?
Stuff her and tie her to a rocking chair. John starts driving again. Have you at least started acting classes and gone to the studio therapist like
He's
told
really
you
invested in
the
this
last
kid.
time I fired you? I know, right? He knows way too much about this.
Yeah.
Cut to interior psychologist's office during the day. A room to wall wood paneling. Jake sits on a leather couch. Do you... I'm the psychologist here. What do you like about being a zombie?
Every day I go to work at the accounting office. I sit behind the computer. I punch in numbers. I don't feel special. And when Mr. Zamero kills me in his movies, it's like I'm the zombie. I'm special, at least in the death scene.
How is your relationship with your wife?
So she's a clown, always happy, I think. It's kind of hard to tell with the face paint and all.
That's the best joke so far.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Entrance to the Jaws set during the day. What are all these sets? I thought it was a fucking zombie movie.
It's all over the place.
I have an idea, Paul. This is John. Maybe we can come to some sort of accord. Jake takes a swig from the flask. I guess you're drinking. Are you drunk zombieing again? I told you not to do that in front of me.
What the f*** is a sentence?
Come on, man. Drop the flask.
So it's spelled common man.
Yes, common man. Drop
man.
the flask, you peasant. Jake drops the flask and it bounces out of the cart across the street towards the Jaws set.
What is this idea?
You tell your girl you got fired, and I'll give you a speaking role in my next horror movie.
You will?
But you have to do it on camera.
Why? It just keeps going from like set to set. Jesus Christ.
I think they're driving again.
Yeah.
They're driving, so I'm not even going to bother reading that.
Yeah.
Think of it as a test.
What type of test?
A test to see if you can follow stage directions.
And I get to be a speaking role.
At least 3 lines.
Pull over. I think I'm going to be sick.
That's how you feel.
No, the alcohol.
John slams on the brakes. Don't puke on cart. Don't puke on the cart.
Don't puke on cart, it says.
Tram full of tourists turn the bend in the round. I don't know what the that means. Heads up, stick, tourists. Smile and wave now. I need every fan I can get. The tram pulls up beside him. John and Jake get out to greet them both, waving their arms. You can be the tram driver.
And here we find John Zamero, folks, the director of such famous zombie movies as The Zombie Ate My Mom, Zombies vs. the Mutants, Zombies in Texas, and Zombies in King Arthur's Court. And next to him is the zombie that's become his trademark.
John whispers to Jake, "Take a bow, you a**hole." Jake bends over and starts throwing up.
Gross! Wicked! This is so much better than Disney's tour. And there is some of John's world famous special effects.
Whoa! The tram roars in applause. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Zombies in King Arthur's Court is now available in the special director's cut. Go to www.zombiesincourt.com and see how my friend here dies this time. More applause. The tram drives away. They're back on the tour. Nice improv with the puke. That looked realistic.
Thank you, but that stunt tasted better going down.
Now, back to business. Did you meet your wife on lot today?
Yeah, we're having lunch on the Terminator spare parts and wormhole set. Do you know they figured out a way to bring back Michael Biehn's character? James Cameron is a movie genius.
That will work great. I can get that cast to film you doing it. Cameron actually owes me a favor.
You know James Cameron?
I'm a famous fucking director, Jake. Why does everyone act so fucking shocked when I know somebody? For fuck's sake, what does it take to get some respect in this town? They keep driving through a bunch of sets.
I'm sorry. You've always been good to me, and your movies are amazing. They're right up there with Attack of Killer Tomatoes in my book.
Thanks, Jake. So you're going to do it?
For speaking role? Hell yeah.
But you can't tell the wife about the new gig until you get home.
I can't?
That's the deal breaker. I want to film her reaction so it's as natural as possible.
Not sure you'll see much of a reaction.
Why?
The clown makeup.
He's killing it. Still, don't tell her. I want to capture something true on film for once.
So she'll hate me till we get home tonight. I think I can live with that.
Is it a deal?
Deal.
I'll have my lawyers write it up.
You're making me sign a contract?
You wouldn't want to back out now, would you? I wouldn't trust me. I'm a f***ing zombie movie director.
Right.
Good luck. John steps out of the cart. Get out. I'll see you after you do it.
Do I have to notify someone?
Nah, the Terminator crew will know. As long as you do it near the set, they'll get it on film.
Gotcha.
Terminator set, noon. Jake limps over some fake human skulls. Stops looking around, hoping that there are cameras on him. Picks up a skull and starts doing Hamlet badly.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him. Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy.
Drops the skull and looks out over the mound of skulls. Jake stands in a stoic pose, thinking for a moment. And then his eyes roll up into his head as if that would help him remember the next line. His shoulders fall in defeat.
Line.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now how bored in my imagination it is. My gorge reams at it.
Thanks.
What does that mean?
Thanks, Arnold.
Jake gets back in pose.
He hath borne me on his back 1,000.
Jake, you made it. It's Cynthia. Jake turns towards the sound and looks down at Cynthia. She is in full clown regalia, with black tears painted on her cheeks.
Why wouldn't I?
Jake limps down the mound of skulls and gives her a big hug. Zombie and clown.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger just appeared in that.
Said something to him.
Got it. Okay. Makes sense.
That's the first time I've ever tried to impersonate Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That wasn't bad. I will say like that. I would have made fun of you if it was terrible. Not that bad. Not that bad at all.
Zombie and clown. Jake's bandages stick to her silk suit as they slowly part. Michael, is it Bine?
I don't know.
Michael Bine told me a zombie with a wooden splint was causing trouble at the gate again.
Bine seen me?
Yeah, apparently he saw you take a piss on James Cameron's BMW, too.
That was his car? I thought it was William Shatner's.
No, it was James Cameron's. You're not really looking well. Are you okay, Jake?
I'm sorry, Cynthia. I guess you know by now things aren't going well with me. I've been drinking, showing up late. I got something to tell you.
Go on. I can take it. Jake looks at her big, red, demented clown smile.
I got fired last week. John no longer wants me as his go-to zombie.
That's great news.
What?
You think I like being married to John Zamro's pet zombie? I was hoping you'd quit after they had you drawn and quartered. You can do so much more.
But you were acting so happy when I finally got an acting role, and I know I suck at acting. Outside of zombie moviedom, there isn't really a script poor enough to need my acting chops.
I was happy that we could spend time together on set. Eat sandwiches outside of the Terminator set. I don't care if you act or run studio tours.
That is the sweetest thing.
He reaches up and squeezes her big clown nose. Honk! John into a megaphone. Cut!
What the?
Jake looks around, perplexed.
She wasn't supposed to know you were taping this, John. You ruined it.
Why not? John gave me my lines last week.
Last week?
John skips down the mound of fake skulls. Cynthia, you're amazing. You remembered all the lines. That was even a nice little improv thing at the end. Spectacular.
What is this about?
It's about your speaking part in the zombies meet the attack of the killer clowns. You're rather slow.
I'm still hungover.
I understand completely.
So this morning was all a ruse.
I had to figure out some way to get you to act semi-natural. You always got to stick up your ass in when the camera rolls.
You're still going.
Oh, awkward. If you loosened up, you could be a hero character. Thanks for the speaking part, John. It was fantastic. And on the set of the Terminator movie. Cameron's idea. It went so well that I'd never hear the end of it. Like that prick doesn't even have a big enough head. Michael Biehn comes back through a wormhole. Sure, whatever the you say, James. Next thing, he'll have the Terminator save the Titanic.
That would be awesome.
You think James could get Leo and Kate back to revise their roles? John looks disgusted and walks away. He's mumbling. Actors. They think every stupid idea you spit out is amazing. A Titanic Terminator movie. What an awful idea. Maybe they could add Finding Nemo to it. Maybe make a total sellout of your artistic idea for cash venture. Where is Lucifer so I can sign on that dotted line? John turns back to them when he reaches the top of the mound. And you're both fired. I don't want to see either of you again, but best of luck.
I can live with that. What about you?
We got our first speaking role. Isn't it amazing?
I love you.
Zombie and clown kiss romantically. The sound of skulls rises behind them as a segment of Terminator starts getting filmed. We should probably kiss since it says it.
No, it's acting. So like it's.
I'll get closure if we were to kiss right now.
No, it's because the acting. It's got they'll put special effects in later on this video.
Kiss me now, please.
Oh God, I really, dude, don't reach across the table. Please,
put your
stop
mouth.
putting it across the table.
Put your mouth on my mouth.
Stop putting your face across the table. Stop putting your face across the table. That's called acting, folks.
Yeah, so there's Fun Scripted. That was a pretty shitty script.
Jesus Christ.
That was pretty bad.
Well, the other one you had to choose was like a Hitler script.
It was like 3 Nazis in a foxhole, and honestly, it might have been kind of fun to do.
Might have been better,
accents.
but it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, so we don't know the name of this person?
No
okay,
idea.
Well, if you are listening to the show and that actually was your script, I mean, you're probably pretty surprised right now.
Literally, a director went out of his way to tell him he's good at acting, but then fires him immediately.
I don't know. I don't know.
Why would they pick James Cameron?
Yeah, and then he pissed on his car or something. It was weird, man.
It was weird.
Fun Scripted. We appreciate the person that wrote that. Now let's appreciate some people that made this happen. That is our sponsors. If you listen to podcasts, you're familiar with the sponsor world. There's no way to get these shows done without these sponsors. And the first sponsor that we have in store is, think about this. This is improv. Good luck. So this, think about this. You're at work and you need a pen. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got documents to sign. You got your signature to put on. That is what signing is. You need to take some notes. But of course, you don't have a pen. Well, now you do with the first pen subscription box service.
Okay, all right.
Pens are being lost all over the place. I mean, they're in your center console. No, they're not. They're underneath your car. Oh, they're in the grass outside your house. Oh, your dog ate your pen again. No longer do you have to worry. Yeah, you should because they might die. No longer do you have to worry about that because we are going to send you unlimited supplies of pens. As long as you have the subscription service, you will get a pen once a week. Not only one pen, 3 pens in the box. Yes, that is, count them. 1, 2, 3. 3 pens a week. Wow. All you have to do is sign up. pensunlimited.com. Don't accidentally put an I in there. Otherwise, it will be Penis Unlimited, and that's a different website. pensunlimited.com. Enter in the promo code Salty Dalton RWP, and you will get a 4th pen free.
4th pen free?
4th pen.
That's 4 pens for the price of 3.
4 pens for the price of 3. All you have to do is enter RWP. pensunlimited.com. Please don't add an I. That's their slogan.
Please don't what?
Please don't add an I. Because then it would be penis.
Oh,
Penis Unlimited.
Then it'd be Oh,
And that's
Pens Unlimited.
And that's
You
a
add the
different
I.
subscription box service. That's where you get 3 penises every week, and
Right.
they come in a box.
Different flavors, yeah.
But if you enter code RWP, you'll get 4 penises.
That was pretty good. I like where you took that one.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I was wondering what your...
It's your turn. It's your turn, buddy.
I only wrote these because they rhymed. Anyway, imagine a world. The world around you. Hustling, bustling, moving, planes, automobiles. Now, there's always something that you're lacking, you know? A good relaxation time. But guess what? The nearest sauna, the nearest spa, miles from your house. It might as well be light years away.
Sure.
But right now, the Random Word Podcast is actually able to bring you, for a limited time only, Extreme Steam, the first portable steaming system. Turn any room into a steam room with
Ooh.
Extreme Steam. It's a briefcase-sized device where you fill it with water, and it will then fill any room of your desire with hot steam to help you get that tension out of your day. And that's not all. You can even use it to steam vegetables.
Ooh.
Dumplings. Whatever
You
you,
could be
want.
naked steaming while your vegetables are steaming.
Get steamed today.
Not going to address that?
Nope. Get steamed today. If you...
I'm steamed up.
Extreme Steam. Enter
Yeah, what's the code?
Go to www.extremeteen/RWP, and you will get a new mini steamer with purchase of a full Extreme Steam kit called the Teen Steam, and it's small. That's all I got.
Okay. Extreme Steam and Penis Unlimited. Appreciate those 2 sponsors there.
I'm gonna get the pizza first.
Salty Dalton,
Yes, present here.
it is time to unveil.
Occupied.
It's in time to unveil a new segment here on the show.
Came with music for it.
It's just background music. I don't really have like a sounder or anything for it. So here's what. Welcome.
Cooked?
Yeah, it looks cooked. Welcome to Ben's Quiz Corner. This is going to be a recurring segment every now and then, not on every episode, but it'll come back every now and then. And the theme for this Quiz Corner is animals. And this is a true or false quiz. And the way this is going to work is I've got 10 true or false questions, and they're facts about animals. Some of them are true, some of them are not true, or otherwise known as false. Untrue. True and untrue. So we'll go through these.
It should be called Truth Be Told.
Truth be told.
The segment.
Why?
Because it's true or false questions.
Yeah.
So truth be told.
Truth be told. Ben's Quiz Corner, truth be told. We'll figure it out. Truth be told, that sounds like Shakespeare.
Right. It's supposed to sound cool. This is going right over your head.
Yeah, it is. Truth be told. Why would it be that?
Because you got 2 answers, Ben. True or false, and you're aiming to find the ones that are true.
Uh-huh.
These are all animal facts.
Yeah, I know. Why would it be truth be told?
If it's a only true or false quiz corner, it would be Truth Be Told. It'd be a funny name for it.
Okay. Truth be told.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's the name of this segment now.
Oh, this is starting off with the right foot.
Truth
I
be
am
told.
ready. Let's do
Animal edition. Question number 1. Or not, it's not a question, it's a statement. Statement number 1. You're going to tell me truth or told. You're going to tell me true or false. First one. Goats have rectangular pupils. True or false? Goats have rectangular pupils.
What? You mean like
Goats, the animals.
if I were looking at you, they would be square pupils?
I don't know. I can't see my own pupils.
I love the bongo drums in the background. Okay, do goats have rectangular pupils? I know cat's eyes have that weird, like, half moon.
Yeah, it's like a
slit
diamond type thing.
diamond. So that would make sense that there are a lot more included. I don't know, maybe not triangles. Aren't snake eyes weird too?
Talking goats.
Goat seems like it'd be the type of animal to probably have it.
So what is your answer?
I'll say true.
True. Ding, ding, ding.
It's right.
That is correct.
Rectangular pupils.
Goats do have rectangular pupils.
Let me look this up.
You can. I mean, what are you gonna fact check every single one of these?
No, I mean I've just never
I got them
seen-
from a legit website.
Oh my god. Yo, that's straight square. And they're sideways. You ever looked a goat in the eyes?
They're rectangular.
Scary. If that was staring me down, I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Goat eyes, man. Give me the goat eyes.
Give me the goat eyes. Statement number 2. Camels. They store water in their humps. True or false?
True? Right?
False.
do
It's
you-
fat that they store in their humps.
Then where the do they store the water?
They don't store water.
Yes, they do. That's the whole point of camels. Is they're like.
a
That's
myth.
why it's called a camelback when you wear the goddamn drink bag.
It's all a myth. They
No.
store fat in their humps.
So where do they get the water?
I don't know.
How
I
can
think
they
it's a
go
myth.
so long without water if they're not holding something?
They store fat in their humps. So you got that one wrong.
Where's the water though?
Where's the beef? Bulls are enraged by the color red. True or false? My goal here is to make you look like an idiot.
I mean, there's a classic cartoon and the matadors.
Sure.
But I feel like the bulls are always pissed off because, like, if you've ever seen the old school bullfighting, like, they're actually throwing spears at it. I'll say, like, dogs can only see certain colors, so I'd say that bulls probably see red pretty significantly. I'll go true.
So are bulls enraged by the color red? True or false?
Enraged?
That's the question.
So specifically, the emotion is mad.
Well, yeah, like a bullfight. Like a matador. Bulls.
Sure.
So your answer is true.
Yeah.
False. They,
Thank you.
the only colors they see are blue and yellow. And they're
Okay, so they
they're
do only
enraged
see
by the
specific.
movement of the cape thing that the matadors have. Color has nothing
What
to do
a
with
weird thing to get upset about.
it. Yeah. They're like, please stop
Oh,
moving
this
that.
man is shaking
That's
this,
my blanket.
this gray cape.
I'm cold. I'm chilly. I'm a bull.
I guess they never stop at stop signs then, right?
Number 4.
This one they can't read until it's red.
Houseflies live for around 24 hours. True or false? Houseflies.
Houseflies live for 24 hours.
True or false?
That would be false because I see the same goddamn fly every day.
That's correct. They live for about a month.
Okay.
They live for a month. So good job on that one. Number 5.
Are their eyes rectangular?
A
Do they store water?
A newborn koala is the size of a jelly bean. True or false?
What?
A newborn koala is the size of a jelly bean.
Absolutely not.
That's true.
Bet.
A newborn koala is the size
Ben.
of a jelly bean. I mean, I didn't make these facts up.
No.
Scientists.
No, bet. There's no f***ing way. You have
Okay.
any idea how
Google it.
small that would be?
Google it.
I eat jelly beans regularly.
Google it. Google it right now.
You understand how small that is, right? Like a fully functioning koala?
Dude, you're fighting with science.
Are you talking about a koala that comes straight out into the
Koala.
world is the size of a
newborn
jelly bean?
koala. You're fighting science.
Newborn koala. The images. I mean, honestly, they look
They're the size of a jelly bean.
they look pretty small, man. But I don't know about jelly bean.
Google newborn koala size of jelly bean. I'm telling you, it's true.
No. Oh, you idiot! It's a newborn kangaroo.
They might also be the size of jelly bean, but this one was a koala.
Oh, dip. Oh my god. That's so gross. You can
They're
see
tiny.
through them.
They're tiny. Yeah.
That'd
Next
be
one.
Okay.
And actually, you kind of foreshadowed this. Dogs see in black and white. True or false?
False.
Yeah, you're correct there. They
can definitely
do see in
see
color,
something
but just
else.
fewer colors than us.
Right.
But they see in color, so that's good that you know that. Number 7. Despite its name, no species of centipede has exactly 100 legs. True or false?
What?
Despite
So they're
its
saying-
name, no species of centipede has 100 legs. Has exactly 100 legs.
False. That's how it's got a fucking name.
It's true. It's true.
No, it's not true.
It's true.
Then why is it called centipede? Why isn't it just called lotolegopede?
Things are named things that they aren't.
Bunch of legs.
I'm just telling you.
One of the leggy things.
It's true. No species has exactly 100 legs.
So you're telling me
They may have more than 100 legs,
you're
but no
telling
species
me
has exactly
a scientist, someone based in logic and reason,
Yep.
looked at it, did not actually count, and just said it's probably got 100 legs.
I mean, they're very tiny legs.
We're not arguing whether they're tiny, but that
Number
just
8.
doesn't make any sense. They call us bipeds. We have two
Well,
legs.
it's very easy to count that.
Okay,
Put up
but
for
I'm
question.
just saying, don't call it 100 legs if it doesn't have 100 legs.
It doesn't. It has more than 100, maybe a little less, but not exactly 100. Number 8. Bats are the only bats are the only mammals that can fly. True or false? Bats are the only mammals that can fly. True
That's
or
false because I just got in
It's
from
true.
Texas last week. Hey,
It's true.
because I was on an airplane. You get it though, right?
Are the only mammals that can fly. I think besides humans.
There aren't
Well, even we can't fly.
birds aren't mammals.
No, they're like no, they're not mammals.
Then what are they?
Look, these are not
Because they're not
facts.
reptiles, Ben.
No, they're aviaries or something.
They're aviaries.
Yeah.
Birds are aviaries.
birds-
They're of the avian
Birds
nature.
are not mammals. Birds are not mammals.
So there's no other mammal that can fly.
Correct, besides bats.
What about
That's it. Number 9. Besides the mosquito and humans, the lion kills the most people in Africa. True or false? So besides mosquitoes and then humans like killing each other, the lion kills the most people in Africa. True or false?
the lion?
King of the jungle.
First of all, King of the Jungle, obviously.
Yeah.
I just don't know if there's-
Quarterbacked by Matthew Stafford.
I just feel like is it a regular enough occurrence where they get killed? I'm going to say false. I feel like there are way more dangerous things in Africa.
You're right. It
What?
is false, and the most dangerous animal is the hippo. Besides
You're-
mosquitoes and humans.
You're telling me a hippopotamus.
Dude, you've never heard about this? Hippos are like insanely lethal.
No. I heard hippos are like dangerous,
Yeah.
right?
They kill more people than the lions in Africa.
But like, I feel like that's only if you get up in their face.
Yeah,
Are you
that's
saying
what
that
every-
hippos are just indiscriminately killing people?
yeah, hippos are insane. They're giant assholes. Lions are just kind of like, all right.
So
I'll go
lions are
chase
just
you.
chilling there, and a hippo just looks at someone who's like, "Hey, Jim, see that fucker? I'm gonna
Yeah.
absolutely wreck him.
It's
Stand,
it's
hold my beer."
lookism. It's lookism.
Is Lookism.
Hippos are racist.
Hippos kill more people
Yeah.
than lions.
Yeah, in Africa. Yep.
They're not even equipped to do that.
They got giant teeth, man. Big mouths, giant teeth. They're strong. They're always hungry all the time too. They're always looking for those balls.
I just like, what's the angle?
They're always looking for those balls, and then there's those other hippos. They're also looking for those balls.
They're
And then-
hungry hippos.
And then
I
last
feel
one here.
so dumb.
Last one here. Cheetahs are the fastest animal in the world. True or false?
Fastest animal in the world. I feel like you said it in a really specific way.
Cheetahs are the fastest animal in the world. I'm not trying to trick you here.
Yeah, they can run like 60 miles an hour.
Are they the fastest animal in the world? True or false?
Hummingbirds are pretty fast, though.
Are they? Have you
Animal, though.
got a
I know. We
speedometer?
clarified that a bird is not an animal.
No, bird's not a mammal. Bird is an animal, but a bird is not a mammal. We're talking animals. This is a wide range. Wide range. Cheetahs are the fastest animal in the world. True or false?
I'll go true.
False. The spine-tailed swift is the fastest animal in
First
the
of
world.
all, what is that? Is that made up?
No, it's the spine-tailed swift.
Spine-tailed swift.
Look it up.
Ew, I have all these weird koala fetus pictures. Right here. Spine.
Delete your history.
Tailed. Oh, swift. It came up. Oh, it's a bird. Fastest bird. Fastest flying animal. How fast can it go?
I don't know. Nobody's ever been able to catch it, so they can't find out.
They don't have some MLB scouts there with a radar gun?
No.
Interesting. Well,
But they know it's faster than a cheetah.
Are we talking like in a race?
Yeah. I think they're saying a swift has been clocked at a higher speed of rate than cheetah.
Interesting. Okay, well, that was kind of fun. It made me feel like an idiot, though.
And that's Leave It or Not,
That's what? Leave it or not?
what's it called?
Truth be told. Believe it or not. That'd also be a good one
Yeah.
for Crazy Facts.
Yeah.
Both
Believe
those
it-
are great,
believe it
better
or not.
titles than Bez's Quiz Corner.
I mean, I didn't come up with that. You wrote Ben's Quiz
I
Corner.
didn't know what else to put.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have thought of that. So that is, believe it or not,
How do they
Animal
not-
Edition.
Why do they call it a camelback?
I'm just telling you. Here we can. I'll ask Siri right now. I wasn't ready, Siri. Sorry. Do camels store water in their humps? Let's see what she says.
I'll play my humps.
Do camels store water in their humps? I'm looking it up right now. I'll tell you the answer. Some of this is cold. I'm afraid I'm going to get like E. coli.
We did leave it up there for a while, so I have no idea. I took it out when Ashley
Well,
said to take it out.
She also said 22 minutes, and then it set it for 20.
So those
this
2
is
minutes
2 minutes
really
short
made
pizza.
a difference. Yeah.
All right. Do camels store water in their humps? Let's see. However, camels' humps actually store fatty tissue, not water, which is used as a source of nourishment when food is scarce.
So where's the water go?
There's no water. That's the point. They can go for a long time without water, but that's just because that's how they're designed.
Oh, okay. So you're not saying that there's a reservoir of water somewhere in their body.
There's no reservoir of body water. There's no
Body
water.
water.
There's no water in their body.
Body water would be a good brand for a new vitamin type water, right?
Yeah.
Body water.
Body armor is a type of water.
It is, but body water for your body.
Well, it's time to flex those brain muscles, Salty Dalton, just like you're really good at naming segments. This segment is called Fishbowl. It's not a ripoff of Shark Tank whatsoever. It's Fishbowl. This is a chance for us to pitch terrible or useful invention, investment, opportunity. We take turns. We pitch some stuff. Talk a little camel humps, if you will. And who would like to go first here? Would you like to go first or second, Salty Dalton?
I'll go first.
You go first?
Yeah.
All right, you have 1 minute, my dear friend. The fish are here. We're listening. We're ready. Go ahead and pitch us. Your 1 minute starts right now.
Hello, mammals, camels, and danimals. Listen. There's one thing that holds true across the universe. Offices are cold. Offices love to run the AC in the winter. Who knows? Doesn't make sense. But luckily, I've come up with a solution. It is my absolute pleasure to bring you Heat Seat, the heated office chair for those chilly professional environments. It's a chair that you charge while you're not at work, and in the morning you unplug the chair, you sit in it, you toggle the settings. It has butt warmers for each individual cheek. It has a lower back warmer, and for those really, really cold days, upper back warmer. It's the heated office chair for the new young professional. Heat Seat.
Okay.
That's amazing.
So,
It's like a golf cart. So you charge.
where does the power come from?
You weren't listening to my presentation.
I was eating the pizza.
You plug it in when you leave.
Plug it in.
When you leave for the day, you plug it in, right?
Okay.
And it's like a golf cart. You charge it during the day or during the night, and then you unplug it in the morning and turn it on.
Now, the issue with this is, it's nothing to do with the structure of the idea, is if there's one thing that happens at an office is when somebody has a really good chair, people are going to steal that really good chair, especially if that chair comes heated.
Right. So this one actually.
There's got to be like an anti-theft detection system.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh,
because
okay. I'm glad I brought that up then.
Because actually, in the armrest is you have a personalized PIN code, and the chair will not turn on unless you
I like
enter
that.
in your unique PIN code. Sort of like unlocking an iPhone for the first time. Once you unlock it, it's good to go. And once the chair senses that there is no weight, kind of like how cars sense to put your seatbelt on, it's a weight plate.
Sure.
And when there is no weight on that seat, it will relock itself to prevent anyone from having you log in or use your hand, cut off your body to log in. It's got biometric.
It could also be like how phones have face recognition. It could be butt recognition.
It could. Every butt is unique. Every butt is a snowflake.
It scans your butt.
I've said it a million times.
Yeah.
Every butt is a snowflake.
Welcome. We recognize your ass. And then it gets started because there's a robot.
Dat ass.
Maybe it could have Bluetooth, a little speaker, like back behind where your head is.
It says like dat ass recognized.
Yeah, I think that could work. So I like this idea because this is something that is fairly common now in cars and vehicles now. They'll come with a heated seat option in your car where you can click a button and it will heat up your seat while you drive, which during the winter is key. Now, my car doesn't have that because I'm not a king, but I think, so this is kind of taking that, so that would be really interesting if you had a heated seat in your car, plus your seat at work was heated.
That's what I'm saying.
You'd be living in luxury.
It's fantastic, right? You're driving, it's cold outside, your buns are toasted to the right heat. Now you have
nothing better than warm buns on a cold day.
Oh my gosh. And now you have to get out of your car into the frigid wasteland.
Yeah.
And then go into work and then sit down in a chair that doesn't have that. But wait, it does.
It does.
It's just, it's continually.
What's the battery life on this thing?
It can go up to 3 days without a charge.
Wow. My phone can't even do that.
3 days without a charge. But it's recommended that you do charge it every night to maximize the heat output, right? Because on a 10% charge, you're gonna get a light tingling in your butt, and you'd rather have like a roasting chestnut fire.
Does it go up to the sack area? Does it spread up the chair to the sack? Because toasty balls, not a bad thing either. Like, does it stretch up there?
Everyone's anatomy is different.
Sure.
I'm sure if you angled it in a way that you spread your legs and you maybe had your niblets sitting on the chair. Yeah. Then they would get to partake in the heat. Like your pants are kind of loose. But we don't have a particular warmer. You can, however, buy an attachment.
No ball warmer then.
What you can do is buy an attachment, and it basically it's like a.
What's that, honey? Oh, it's my ball warmer attachment.
It's on a bendy arm, and it hooks into the arm of the thing. You plug it in, and it's on something like what this microphone is.
Oh, okay.
And it will bend down and project a heat lamp onto your crotch.
Now that's interesting. That's a little showy, but
it is. It's more for the. We call that the executive model.
Got it. Yeah. Got it. Okay. I think overall it's a pretty good idea. It's not a 5. Still yet to hear a 5, but I will give you 4. I think it's practical. It's a good idea.
Have we had a 5-star idea?
I don't think so, and we'll know it when we hear it. We'll know because 5-star.
I didn't think that was anything.
It was pretty good.
It became something as we talked.
I think like it's a legit good idea, like, and it may even exist. That's what we got to look up. It might, because like I said, if they're doing it in car seats, I mean, well, we'll see.
Well, not car seats for babies, right?
Yeah, they're warm in those baby.
They have you can't just turn that on.
You kind of need that though. Baby needs to be warm.
Yeah, but. Like, you wouldn't have any idea how hot it is, right?
Yeah, that's
Imagine
true.
if you were forced to be, because they can't undo that seatbelt.
Like how you got to put the milk on your, like, elbow and then, like, lick it off to test how hot it is,
Right, yeah, similar to that. But, like, imagine if you were the baby, right? Someone puts you in a seat. Cool, that's great. They buckle you in. You can't unbuckle yourself.
Sure.
And then they turn on the heat.
Yeah, they're like, oh, man, you're trying to smoke me out. All right, babies. 4 stars from me.
All right, well, welcome to Fishbowl. Please present your idea and some NyQuil to our contestant.
So,
judges.
Salty Dalton, I know you are like me, and you're a podcast listener. You enjoy them. One of the biggest types of podcasts that people enjoy are interview podcasts. Celebrity interviews, CEOs, big professionals. Now, here's what we've done, Salty Dalton, because there's so many of these interview podcasts out there. We bring you Podview. This is a podcast interview aggregator. Here's how it works. You go into Podview, you type in Bill Hader, or, Robin Williams, or, well, somebody that's alive, probably. But you type in a celebrity, and it will bring up every podcast episode they've been on, any YouTube video they've been on, it scrolls the internet and aggregates those sort of episodes. You can immediately download them or watch them on your phone. Podview, it's a podcast interview aggregator. All the podcast interviews in one place.
Is it called Google?
It
sounds very similar.
So here's the thing with a place like
to
Google.
What Google might do.
Well, no, yeah, Google crawls the internet, but this is specific to this. So think of it in a podcast context. I search this celebrity I like. Here's all the shows that they've done interviews on. I can immediately download them. Plus, it will recommend me similar celebrities. Oh, you like this guy that's really into this stuff? Well, there's a guy kind of similar to that. Here, you can go listen to those. So it automatically pulls up all the interviews. Because here's the thing, Salty Dalton, with interview podcasts is a lot of those shows, they'll interview the same people.
Right.
And so that's what this does. So it's PodView.
Okay, I don't hate it, right?
Sure.
Because this actually would be...
I thought this would be a little, like, I thought you were going to be like, whoa, this is incredible.
It's just because, like, I'm having a hard time visualizing what
So when
this
you go
is
to Google...
because instead of going to google.com, I'm going to...
PodView, it's an app.
Okay.
And it
is it an
syncs
app
with
or is
Spotify.
it a site?
No, it's like an app on your phone. It syncs
Okay,
with Spotify.
I'm thinking this is a
iTunes,
website, and I'm
all
like,
that
hey,
stuff.
man, that's an extra step when I could just
No.
type in Bill Hader podcast into Google.
Sure, but Google's not necessarily going to bring you every single episode that he's done.
If it's an app, I like that better because
Yeah, it's an app. It's like
now when it pulls up the episodes, is that something you can just click on and start listening to?
exactly. Click on, start listening,
Okay.
download it,
So it's
and offers recommendations based on your tastes.
okay, and so and you mostly just search it. It's for interviews, though, right?
Interviews or like just appearances on podcasts.
Appearances on podcasts. Okay. Yeah, actually, I like it. I do.
Well, tell your face that.
Again, I'm just my brain's having a hard time connecting all the dots here. It's cool. What else does it do? Is it just that?
That's what it is.
Just that. So,
So-
it's an app that just aggregates.
Yeah, I want to
it
listen
for
to Bill
you.
Hader interviews. I listened to this one. He's hilarious. I want to listen to more. Let me type in Bill Hader into PodView. Oh, look, there's all the shows he's been on. Oh, look, there's all the YouTube videos he's been on, like late night talk show appearances, everything.
Oh, it does YouTube.
There's a
videos,
YouTube.
too.
There's a YouTube plugin. Yep,
Okay, YouTube plugin that changes things. I'll give that like 3.5 stars.
3.5 stars.
It's like a super simple concept, so it's not flashy, but it's useful.
It's very specific. It's very specific.
It
It's
is
not
e-
anything more than what it is.
It's very niche. It's useful though because there's
yeah,
a
but podcast listeners make up about 51%
there's a
of the world.
specific podcast that I know had a really good interview on it, and they've got maybe like 600, 700 episodes, and I'm not willing to scroll through and find it.
Like Joe Rogan, for example.
Has a billion.
His podcast has 1 billion interviews on it. But if I'm just like, hey, did this guy appear on Joe Rogan? I can just search that with PodView. That is Fishbowl. Now it is time for another chance for us to flex our genius muscles. We're talking television. We're talking Pilot House.
Roll 'em. Action. Cut! Cut! Cut!
This is the opportunity where we create TV show pilots. We flesh it out, we joke about it, and at the end of the day, we get the money to get that show going. You've probably seen our shows on such platforms as Hulu and Amazon Video, as well as YouTube TV and Netflix and HBO Go as well. Most shows that are on those platforms are ones that we came up with, you know? So
I was trying to think of examples of all the other shows, and I'm
Yeah.
drawing a blank right now on anything.
sure. No, it's okay.
The first thing that came into my head was Lie to Me.
Lie to Me was one of ours.
But was that-
that was
but
a
that's
network
already a
television
show,
show?
right? Yeah.
Yep. That was a network television show. But
Maybe it was Lie to You or Liar Liar, Pants on Fire.
no, that's a movie. But there's stuff out there that we created for sure. So I will go first this time because you went first for Fishbowl. So here's the thing, Salty Dalton. I am big into shows like Hard Knocks or
Yeah,
All or
that
Nothing.
they just released the new Hard Knocks of the Raiders.
Exactly.
Have you seen it yet?
Not yet. But right now I'm watching All or Nothing, which is an Amazon version of kind of like Hard Knocks, and they're doing last year with Carolina Panthers. If you're a sports fan, you like these types of shows.
Oh, they're great. Hard Knocks is like it's that raw nitty gritty.
Last Chance
like,
You, Hard Knocks, any of those sports documentaries. So let's take the sports documentary model
HBO Ballers.
and let's move it into the workplace. We're talking Amazon warehouse workers or just a stock market business in downtown New York City. We're talking about taking the
Is this like dirty job style? Like you the camera follows those people in
it's-
that job every day.
Exactly. So it's like, think of exactly what Hard Knocks does, where they're interviewing people, there's a voiceover, they capture these tough moments that go on throughout the workplace, but instead of sports, we're talking about just like a random workplace, where if you work at some place, over the course of a year, some crazy usually happens. I mean, there's some drama that happens. Even if you work in the most boring office in the world, some sort of goes down, and the cameras will be there to catch it. We got the good music. We got the Liev Schreiber voiceover, like he does for Hard Knocks. We got all those elements, but instead, it's in the workplace.
That's interesting because like it's all stuff that's crazy in relation to the job too. So like once they understand what the job is, then it'll be like Jim, who has the deadline in 2 hours. They realize that's an unreasonable
and
task.
they get like the music swelling, and like he's like I can't do it in 2 hours, Bob. And Bob's
they have
like,
the sessions
"Sit your
where
down."
the boss is mic'd up,
Yeah.
right? And so like when they go alone in the meeting there, and the boss is just railing him a new
and like
one.
in Hard Knocks, where they capture when the hardest part of Hard Knocks is when they cut the players, and like after week 4 of the preseason,
Yeah.
they got to get the roster down. It's the same thing with this show. Look, we're downsizing. The camera's up there in the corner of the room, capturing them firing somebody, letting somebody go, and the camera's there the whole time.
Yeah, that'd actually be kind of interesting. It'd be like The Office, but
real,
but real.
real, unfiltered.
Imagine that, yeah, because like there's probably some like really raw moments in there,
Absolutely.
and probably like a lot of boring stuff too.
And you could
but-
Kat, you know how employees talk about each other all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Cameras are there for that. It's capturing that.
Yeah, imagine when they do the rewatch of that, and then like,
Exactly.
you turn around to
Exactly.
John, who was on your team for the last 3 years, and John
Yeah.
just absolutely hates your guts. Yeah.
Yep.
That'd
So
be
I don't
wild.
have a name for it yet. I was trying to do something on the like instead of Hard Knocks, it was gonna be like Hard something, but Hard Stocks. It's the stock market. I don't know.
Paycheck maybe? No.
Yeah, we'll find something. But yeah, that's my Pilot House pitch. So what do you have, my sick friend, my Feo Gordo sicko?
Feo Gordo Sicko. So mine, I'm having trouble with the name too. I was thinking, welcome to the Masters, ? So basically it's the Masters golf tournament, right? So it's an incredible course. You have whatever
It's immaculate.
immaculate course. You have the TV, the crowds, you have the announcers.
Sure.
And it's the tournament style, all the regular rules. It's basically the Masters tournament, but guess what? We're going to take all the superstar golf players out.
Oh.
And what we're going to put in
Okay.
is people who have never played golf before in their life.
Yep.
And then we're going to give them caddies of people who have never played golf before in their life.
I like this.
And the caddies are in charge of giving them the clubs.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the big determination. So the player can't override the caddy. And so the caddy, knowing nothing about golf, has to help the person who has never golfed before. And so the scores are going to be insane.
Yep.
Right? But the winner gets to take home, maybe it's a red jacket.
Yeah.
And like
It's like a jacket with like stains on it.
and like a lot of money. I'm talking
Yeah.
like millions of dollars if you win. So it's the same thing, same golf rules, stroke
Yeah.
penalties. Everything is the same except it's people who it's been validated have never played the sport.
Yeah.
A day before the tournament kicks off, someone goes out and was like, "Hey, we would love for you to participate in this game to try to win some money." And they fill out a questionnaire and stuff, and they've never played golf, and that's how they
and
get
the
'em.
winner from the year before has to put the jacket on the winner for that year, like they do with the Masters.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I like this. Well, what would it be called?
Oh
yeah, you don't know the name yet.
Like
Because it has to be like the opposite of the Masters, kind of like the disasters.
the disasters. That's so good. Yeah, because it'd be so great. Because like you'd have like fantasy for it too.
Yeah.
Like people would have draft boards.
Oh yeah, a
You
lot
have,
of betting happens on that.
Like it could and because if someone
Because you watch, so
If
before
someone
it
hit-
starts, you get to watch like a video profile of each of these golfers. Because before they play on the tournament, they are allowed that morning to take some practice swings on the range.
sure why not.
And so you get like a minute long clip of each one of them, and then you can place your bets based on just what you see in that minute. You're not going to see much in that minute. You're going to see some pretty bad swings.
And they only get 1 minute of swings.
That's it. That's
that's
the only
all.
amount of training that they get. So
They get 1 minute
They could
of
hit one
training,
ball. They
and
could
imagine
hit
that, like,
15.
Well, he turns around, looks at the caddy, be like, What do I do here? And they're like,
Yeah.
try this, and they hand them
Clock
the putter,
started, and they go.
right?
The clock started. You're gonna have to. It's a minute. You're gonna have to figure this out.
Yeah, so I think that'd be
Wow.
cool. So you can do like
The
fantasy
disasters.
sports on it. You can bet on it, and like par is basically a hole in one because if
Yeah.
someone managed to hit any type of par on a
be
course like that,
unbelievable.
oh yeah, and that would put them ahead for the entire week. First one, if you got anything less than like a 15,
Yeah.
you might be in the running for the disaster.
And in real golf, they like cap out strokes.
Yeah, no-
For
no stroke limit.
There's no stroke limit.
Absolutely no. If you get stuck in a bunker, good luck,
I
buddy.
like this. I like
Yeah,
this.
so
The
I think-
disasters.
I think it'd be kind of cool. Yeah,
It would be awesome. I like that too. And again,
you'd have to make sure like they've never touched a golf club
Yeah.
in their life.
yeah. So that's why you can nominate a friend for the show too. I think.
And maybe how they find them is like
Well, you can maybe not nominate because then like you could probably get somebody to fake that. I think
make
you're right.
it
I
make
think it's
it
got
for
to be pretty
something that's
random.
so basically the way they might go out and recruit for it is they'd be like, hey, we want to do this like shuffleboard tournament
Yeah.
or something crazy, or maybe like golf, or it could even be like a Jeopardy. Hey guys,
Sure.
we're doing Jeopardy.
Yeah.
We're trying to find more candidates, and people are like, oh yeah, they try out for it and everything. They give them the quiz list, they quiz them, like
Yeah.
it's really elaborate, and then they show,
show up, yeah.
and they're handed a bag of golf clubs, and they're either a caddy
And
or
they're
a
wearing
player.
a suit.
Because the caddy wins if the player wins.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
wearing a suit, and then it's just like, hey, here's some golf clubs. This is actually a disasters tournament.
I like this.
Winner gets $2 million, walks away with the jacket.
So the disasters is I expect to see that on and the betting element is key because sports betting is getting so big. Betting, it'll be live betting during the show. The show will air live because it's the tournament, just like the Masters
yeah.
do.
It'll
So
be live. It'll be just like the
live
Masters
betting
tournament.
opportunities, all prop bets, everything will be there.
Yes.
And that's that's pretty incredible. I love that idea. Time to move on to our next segment. We've got a couple left here. This one is a little do's and don'ts.
Just do it! I don't think so. Just do it!
Do's and don'ts, the segment where we give do's and don'ts to specific events or scenarios. Let's start with one. It's funny, I've actually was talking with somebody about this scenario today,
one?
and that is going fishing.
Going fishing.
Going
Okay.
fishing. Some do's and don'ts for going fishing. I want to go fishing, Salty Dalton. I really do. Let's go fishing sometime when you're not on death's door.
Yeah. I've only gone fishing a few times. I remembered enjoying it all the times I went.
The serious thing about fishing is fishing can be just an excuse for drinking, like most outdoor activities.
That
so
too, yeah.
all we have to do is get a cooler and a boat. We don't even need fishing rods. We can just say we're going fishing, and then we just get in a boat in the middle of the water and we just drink, and then we're like, didn't catch any, and they're like, oh, nobody ever does.
So the first time I remember fishing was we were living in Colorado and we went camping somewhere, and my dad and I were fishing on the side of this river or something like that, and I guess I had caught I was very small.
Sure.
So, and I guess I had caught a fish that outweighed me, and it yanked me
Ooh.
into the water, and my dad had to go after and try to get my rod. I don't know if we ever got it back, but I got yanked into the water and I was soaking wet.
You almost became a fish boy.
I think I cried, and then I didn't fish again for a little while.
They were trying to get you to join their legion,
Yeah.
and then you would have been a fish boy. So what's a do for fishing?
A do for fishing is, so people always talk about, you can't be loud, you'll scare away the fishes, you have to be like very quiet, it's a very serene thing. The only reason the fishes move away from stuff like that is it's foreign to them, right?
Mhm.
It's different. It's like if someone were to come down here and start playing badminton, I wouldn't know what to do because that's not a thing that happens here, right?
Yeah. Well,
So-
that you're aware of.
That I'm aware of.
Yeah.
And so
You don't know what I do before
you
want to
make you want to make the fish feel at home. So what you need to do is make the boat look like a fish.
Okay.
You need to make
Gotta get some paint.
yourself look like a fish.
Yeah.
And basically, you need to make a lot of fish sounds. Have that playing maybe in under the boat, like into the water. It's
Sure.
like blub blub blub. Maybe like I'm the fish.
You sound like a fish right now. I thought there was a fish in front of me.
right. That's what I'm saying. And so
Blub, blub, blub.
if you look like the fish, they're
Yeah.
probably gonna be more inclined to be
If you
like,
look
oh,
like a fish and talk like a fish, you're a fish.
you're probably a fish.
Yeah.
And so that might attract them as opposed to sending them away.
I like that. My do would be, and I'm surprised nobody does this, Salty Dalton, fish underwater. Where are the
Oh,
fish?
that's amazing.
They're under the surface. Why are we above the surface?
Looking down on them like
Fish.
someone in their ivory tower.
Strap on the tubes that have the air. You go underwater, hold the pole underwater. You can see what's happening. When you're fishing above water, you have no idea what's happening under the
Yeah,
surface.
you could have a boot on the end of your
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
your rod.
Exactly. A boot at the end. Yeah, you could have anything onto it. This way, you fish underwater, you're seeing everything that's happening. Fish underwater if you're going to fish. What's your don't?
My don't would probably be something along the lines of don't reel in the fish as soon as it gets hooked on. So you want the fish to kind of get used to the situation, so you don't want to pull him in, you don't want him to fight against it. If he bites into something and he gets the hook in his mouth, he's gonna freak out. Anyone would.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
What the hell?
Yeah, and let him like swim all around, follow him, drive the boat, follow him wherever he goes. Maybe he goes back to his fish house, talks to his fish wife about the fish hook.
Can you take a look at this?
Yeah.
Like, what is this in my mouth?
Maybe he
right
sees
now?
his fish dentist, and what
Honey,
he's gonna
this is the 10th time this week.
and what he's gonna do is he's gonna lead you to more fishes, because a fish in distress is a fish that needs friends.
Sure, I thought you were gonna rhyme.
I thought I
fish
couldn't-
in distress will lead
is
to
a-
success.
A fish in distress will lead to success. Do not reel him in instantly. Play the long game. You'll get more fish out of it.
My don't. So here's the thing about fish. They're so used to the bait that we use.
Right?
Worms
They're
on
looking
the
at that-
end.
The only reason they eat it is because they're literally so, like, it's so ironic.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, I should totally just bite this
here
right
we go.
now.
Hey, Jim, get a load of this.
Yeah.
I'm hooked. So here's what you want to do. Don't use traditional bait. Let's change it up. Go to your local fast food restaurant, grab a burger, grab a thing of fries, some chicken tenders, some nuggets,
Maybe some
anything
fish
different.
sticks.
Some fish sticks.
Get some-
Really freak them out. What the f*** is that? And put those on the end of your
Well,
fishing
the scariest
rod.
part be if the fish ate that and was like,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
Yeah, and then suddenly they go home to their wife and just like, hey, Brenda. It's like, why are you looking at me like that, Frank?
Just had a really interesting lunch. Thought you might be interested.
Why don't you take a nap, Brenda? I'll wake you up.
Fishes, we don't sleep, Bob.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah.
You'll be sleeping with the fishes tonight. Well,
Wow. And then so put some non-traditional bait on there, man. Grab a burger, stick
Yeah.
it on the end. The fish will
Grab
be like,
some hummus.
I've never seen this before
maybe
in the
hummus
water.
or carrots. We're
Yeah.
always feeding
so
them.
hummus and pita, like
We're always
combo
feeding
there?
them worms.
Maybe
or
a
something.
kebab.
Yeah, sure, why
Because the
not?
fish is going to be confused because they're really like, look, I've seen a lot of bait. I've never seen that before. What is it? What is it? Boom. Suddenly they're hooked. Next one here, Salty Dalton. You can go with the second one or the third one. Your choice. We'll only do two.
I want to do pest control.
All right, pest control. Some do's and don'ts for pest control.
Now, pest control can cover a wide range of things. I'm
Sure.
sure we've all dealt with it. We've dealt with ants, we've dealt with mice, we've dealt with termites, whatever it is, but we always rely on the pest control companies.
Yeah.
So, as a member of a pest control company, what are some do's and don'ts that we can provide the people with us? What's a do?
So a do would be do consult some of the most legendary movies of all time, and that is the Indiana Jones series. Now, when Indiana Jones was going off after things like the Crystal Skull or the Tomb of whatever.
Oh, he hated rats, right? That
Well,
was
yeah,
his
he
thing?
hated rats, but there were the things we call booby traps. When he tried to go there,
Oh,
there was
yeah.
the boulder would come or spikes would come flying from the walls. So here's what you do, Salty Dalton: you rig the house to act almost like
explosives.
a Indiana Jones cave. You've got hidden spikes in the walls that will shoot out.
Yeah.
You've got trap doors. You've got spikes that come from the floor, but they're all run by a motion detection system that is purely detecting rodent movement. Not
Okay,
a
so this
person,
is-
not a cat, not a dog.
This is
It's
for rodents,
rodent.
not like
It's-
roaches, because that'd be kind of funny too. If like
It could be. You can program it for that, sure. So bugs, roaches, rodents. Nothing bigger or nothing. Nothing bigger than like a cat. So like a cat's not gonna get killed. You show up and it's like, what the f? Your cat's pinned to the wall with
Oh,
30
God.
spikes. No. It's just for rodents and bugs.
mittens.
You go to work, you come back, your problem's gone, buddy. Your problem's gone.
I like it. Now, I will also give a do for eliminating pests, but the spikes and stuff, it sounds great. It's high tech. It's sexy. Pest control that way, the stabbing is
Sure.
sexy. Killing rodents like that, sexy. What I'm going to do is, it's a little more humane, okay? The trick is not to get your hands dirty. The trick is to get the other mice's paws dirty with the blood of their brothers.
Oh no.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do all the steps, right? You're gonna track them. You're gonna track them, the mice or the rats. You're gonna find them.
Yeah.
You're gonna understand them. You know where they are, where they're at, and instead of going in for the kill, you're gonna go in to educate them. You're going to give them books. You're going to teach them. You're going to teach them tricks. You're going to introduce all sorts of things to them. And when they have become a functioning society of mice, then you introduce the whammy. You're going to introduce religion, but not just one religion. You're going to introduce 2 conflicting religions to this mouse community, and you're going to watch them tear each other apart. And then you literally will have solved your own problem.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit longer than traditional.
It's a long play.
It takes a little longer than traditional pest elimination techniques.
Sure.
But this is the cleanest, most efficient, and most humane way to do it.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think that's a great do.
Could you imagine?
That's unbelievable. My don't.
Mises Christ is like pinned to the wall, and they're just praying to it.
Uprising. So, my don't.
Judas!
So, don't kill the pests. Collect the pests.
What?
So here's what we're talking.
That
Salty
sounds like
Dalton.
something a serial killer says.
You know how they have the trick with the little sticky stuff and the mouse steps on it and the mouse sticks?
We found one like that the other day. We had Orkin come by because we had an abnormal amount of spiders.
Whoa, what the hell? What do you mean? What's an abnormal? What's
I
a
don't
normal
know.
amount of spiders?
I don't know what that answer
How
is
many
either,
were there?
Because I've never owned a house with a basement.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was just a lot of spiders.
Wait, down here?
Yeah, they came. They took
where
care
we
of it.
are?
Yeah.
Where were the spiders?
All over that specific chair you're sitting in. No,
I don't like.
No, but we had him come by because it had been a while, and we used to have a thing where they come by every quarter or something.
Yeah.
And so we reactivated it, and we were like, hey, I don't know if you do anything particular for other stuff. They're like, yeah, basements get a lot of crickets and spiders because it's damp, because it's a basement.
Sure.
And so they came by and they did all that stuff, but they put down the little traps, right?
Yeah.
And so we went into this one door we hadn't opened in a month, 2 months, and there was a dead mouse stuck to the bottom of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad because you're you see it, the struggles it went through.
There's nothing we could have done, and
that it was like Castaway, but for a mouse. He lived for a long time. The beach ball, the volleyball was floating.
This is what I struggled with the most out of that.
Yeah.
I love animals. I do believe in a hierarchy, right?
Yeah. We are the alpha.
But is it appropriate to throw it in the garbage, or do you bury it? Do you cremate it?
You don't cremate it. That's a little much.
Do you take it to the vet and be like, I had a mouse, it wasn't my mouse, it died?
I don't think they're going to take that.
Yeah,
Because they're going to put it in their dumpster.
Is it appropriate to throw it away?
I think you throw it away.
Right, but
But then that's kind of unfair to the garbage man, because he's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like you bury it. You go in the backyard.
I feel like burying it might be the best, the most
But the thing is,
it might be the most PC
here's
way
the
to
problem,
take care
though.
of
If
it.
you're going to bury it, you have to have a funeral. So you got
You
to
do.
call up its closest friends.
Yeah.
And then you got to hire a priest.
You do the little pallbearers.
Yeah, little paw.
You get 4 grown
little
men.
paw bearers.
Pallbearers. You get 4 grown men to carry a tiny
Carry a
mouse
little
coffin.
kid. Yeah, and then Amazing Grace. And then there's a weeping mouse that was its mother.
It's dressed in black, has the veil over the top. You give it
just dabbing its eyes.
You give it pieces of a tissue.
Yeah.
It's like a super touching ceremony.
So if you're gonna bury it, you have to do it right.
You gotta go all
I don't know how we got to here, but
what are some don'ts?
some don'ts. Okay, some
You
don'ts.
said collect them.
Yeah, I said don't kill them, collect them. And here's what
Pokemon
you're going to do.
cards.
You're going to collect them in those sticky sheets, but you're not going to let them sit and die. You're going to collect them, and then you're going to stick them all within a box. And then what you're going to do is you're going to save that box, and you're going to save it for a rainy day. So you're going to feed those mice.
Oh, you're gonna feed them.
Yeah,
though.
you're
Okay,
going to throw
just,
some cheese down
have
there.
a bunch of dead animals in a box.
And you're going to wait. You're going to wait until the day that you get in a little road rage incident, Salty Dalton, because you're going to keep this thing in your car. The box will have a top on it. And you're going to wait till the day that somebody cuts you off in traffic and there's an altercation. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that box in your back seat. You're going to take the lid off and shove it out the window towards that vehicle. And you're just going to see what happens.
You just be like, hey, mice to meet ya. And you toss the
because you got to
rats
pull
on
up
'em.
next to that car that cut you off in traffic, flicked you off, whatever. I had a guy flick me off yesterday, and I was turning into my neighborhood, and I was completely in the right.
Was it the neighbor that you took his parking spot?
No, it wasn't that guy. I was pulling into the neighborhood, and he has a stop sign to wait for me to make my turn.
Yeah.
And he was halfway across, and I was like, dude, no, stop. I have no stop sign. I'm just going. And then he flicked me off, and I was like, no, you were wrong. In that situation, I would have reached back, here's my mouse box, and throw it out the window at him, and then here you go, mother effer. And I would have a mouse there. So that's my don't. What's your don't?
Not that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Sure. I like to be spontaneous
Don't
with these.
do what Ben just said.
Sure.
Let's see. Don't for. I guess we're just doing mouse control at this point.
Yeah. We're not even talking bugs.
Let's see. Don't. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Don't just kick them out of their homes.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give them another place to live.
True.
So what's best is, you serve them papers. You put a little notice out front of the door.
Yeah, you got to give them some time
They have the little mouse hole, right?
to collect their affairs.
Mouse hole. Yeah, you put the eviction notice on there.
You have 30 days.
Maybe they come meet with you. They come meet with the bank, and they go like, "Hey, I've been solid on the rent. I've been
I'm an upstanding mouse citizen.
this is coming out of left field." You explain to them the economy, the way the house is going, the market is crashing. But you give them other options, right? So you give them a list of other properties to check out. You give them the name of your realtor. In this case, it might have been Casey.
Mm-hmm.
We give Casey a mouse and says, "Hey, this is the list of must-haves." But their place is being foreclosed upon, so they gotta move. They gotta move quick. Luckily, mouse belongings are pretty small.
It's just one tiny suitcase,
and so.
just filled with one piece of cheese.
Listen, I understand they got to get out of your house, but don't just kick them out. You got to give them alternatives.
Yeah, you got to give them. Yeah, exactly.
Because a mouse that's just going to get kicked out is just going to become a homeless mouse, and it's going to be just sitting outside of your house every day, holding up a sign, will work for cheese.
It's going to have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
Drug problem.
It's going to be really nasty. So you want to give it healthy alternatives.
Yeah, you don't want to just throw that mouse out in the street. You want to give them some help, and as you mentioned, I think you've got.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take
that. It says unknown though.
Oops, I pressed it too early.
They're calling back.
I'll redo it. You got it. You got it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. This is the first time that's playing.
All right, I'll just go ahead and answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Random Word Podcast.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't your phone. It was just two goofy guys.
Again, that's called acting.
Yeah, you heard it earlier.
That was our Clooney moment.
That was our Clooney moment. You heard that acting earlier as well.
I don't know what it's like. I forgot what it's like to breathe out of the right nostril.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been clogged for the last 3 days.
Are you breathing out of it right now?
No, just my left.
Oh, dang.
And so I just when those things, it's just you don't treasure what you had till it's gone.
Yeah.
You don't understand
that
how
happens to me every time I
is
get sick.
every
to
time
be healthy.
To be I wonder what it's like to breathe. And you can't remember what it's like.
Yeah. No, every time I get sick, I go, God, remember when last week I was 100% healthy and it was great and I took it for granted.
I did nothing.
You're like, I had a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I should have had kale. Call center. This is your chance to interact with the show. The Random Word Blog at gmail.com.
Yep,
First
we
email.
got 2 good emails in.
Yeah, we'll go. First one is, I'll read this one. It's Brent, 31 years old. The subject line is, hello.
Instead of saying get bent, get Brent.
Hello, handicapped.
Hello,
I don't
handicapped. Hello, handicapped?
Is he handicapped or is he calling us handicapped?
Let's read on.
Been looking for ways to spice up my introductions in the workplace. I work in business development, so I'm always heading to clients and having to introduce myself or say, hey, exchange pleasantries. What are some new things I can try to make more of an impact?
Okay, so it's hello, handicapped, as in he's handicapped and saying hello.
Oh, I thought it was hello, handicapped. Hello, this is handicapped. Hello.
Now they're both stuffy.
Yeah. Oh no. He can't breathe. He can't breathe. So, all right. So he says a lot of highs. He's in sales. Sales is a lot of introductions to people, a lot of highs to people. He's looking for ways to spice up his introductions. Salty Dalton, how can we help our friend Brent? What can we do? How can he greet people in a spicy way?
So that's different, because you got to make yourself stand out, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Especially you did some sales stuff in a previous life.
I still do some sales stuff.
But you got to really make an impact. So what are some things? There's always there's got to be a good way to enter a room.
Yeah.
Right?
I think.
Man, I don't know. Maybe try screaming something. When you walk in a room. Maybe this. You come in the room, right? And as soon as you walk in, you go, oh my God, there's a fire. and everyone turns around, you'd be like, the only one on fire here is me with a perfect sales record.
And they're like, no, sir, you're on fire. And
my name is Brett. That's just it. Light yourself on fire when you walk in the door. You're screaming. There are flames on your suit. You stop, drop, and roll to the foot of the person you're supposed to meet.
Yeah.
And get up and be like, sorry, I've been just selling so much, I literally caught fire. It's Brett. Nice to meet you.
It's not a bad idea.
Like, that would be incredible, right? That it makes an impact. They will be talking about the guy who got caught on fire
forever,
the
rest of their lives.
Think about how great that is.
I think
you just
I like that.
effortlessly fold that in.
So Brett, if you could set yourself on fire, do that. If not, I'd say another one would be walk in the room with your cell phone and have that fake conversation. Come in and be like, so I told James Cameron that I won't do the movie for anything less than $5 million. All right, talk to you later.
Yeah.
And you put the phone down and be like, hey, sorry about that. My agent. And then they're like, oh, wow, this guy must be a movie star. I wonder why he's working full-time in sales when he has time to do that. But you want to celebrity name drop, be like, oh, I told LeBron James, I'll dunk on you next week. And then you hang up the phone. And it always has to be a big-time celebrity. Nobody can fact-check you.
Well, of course not,
because who's going to grab somebody else's phone and be like, show us that you really were talking
Excuse
to them.
me, can I hit redial on your phone? Is this Mr. James? Mr. LeBron James?
Mr. James? Mr. LeBron James. So Brent, that should help you. Those are some options, some ideas. Salty Dalton,
okay,
our last email.
Our last email we got in here from our loyal Rando Nation. Her name is Megan. Age is unknown. She didn't put it in the subject line, and it's blindly dating.
Okay.
So, love the podcast. Thanks. We appreciate it. She says, it's what I listen to on Sundays as I clean and meal prep. Got to get that meal prep.
I mean, we all do it. Sundays is the meal prep
day. That's the day that you do it. Yeah.
I always stick the brown rice in the rice cooker on Sundays, and then I cook up the meat and the veggies and all that stuff. Yeah.
Can you give advice on the following? So it's a multi-part question. Okay. What online dating app is the best? What types of things should I include on my dating profile?
Talking to the wrong guys.
What are some red flags to look for on these applications?
That's a good question. Now,
as far as so
we both, before we were with our betrothed, we both were on dating apps for a little bit. I was on that Plenty of Fish dating app. I was never on Tinder. Tinder passed by our kind of time.
You weren't on Tinder?
I was never on Tinder. Or maybe I was for like a hot second. And
you had to have been. It was like, so the one, it was like, we had the staples, so Hinge.
So Hinge wasn't around, I feel like.
Hinge wasn't around. Bumble wasn't around yet. It was like a year or two after.
Your options were like Tinder or Plenty of Fish, which is more for older people. Tinder, I just got on it.
Oh, Plenty of Fish is where they found the fake account of me. Yeah, so Tinder, Plenty of Fish, there was OkCupid.
Yeah, OkCupid. I think I had an OkCupid account too.
It was like OkCupid, yeah. So those were like the kind of dating options. I would say
what type of
she says Tinder. I think it was Tinder originally because that was like before Tinder started to be used as like a one-way sort of.
Because she says
to Pound Town.
What? Yeah, that's what you say. What online dating app is the best? She asked first. We don't really know what's the best right now. But like you said, Tinder is kind of purely. It's not what you're looking for.
So I think if we're going in terms of like best, I would probably do the one that's the most exclusive. So something like eHarmony. Because those are people who are actually like...
You have to like sign up on a computer.
They're like actually putting effort into that, right?
And you have to pay and all that stuff.
Because other than that, the dating app is sort of just like the people that like get together stay together on it. It happens, right? But it's like, it's that one...
If you're putting effort into eHarmony account, you're getting married. Or the one where it's like...
You're going to get instant return.
Farmers only. That's that one.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get
There's like a black people one, too. I've seen commercials
It's meetblackpeople.com.
Yeah.
That's 100%. I'm not even kidding.
Why couldn't they come up with a better URL? Like, that's very straightforward. Like, this is what we... Meet black people. This is what you do on the app.
It is what it is. Yeah. But I think that, like, those sites are going to give you the most return on, like
actual like life return,
an actual value.
But hey, if you're looking for a quick a little game of hide the salami, then
you can address the other two. Yeah. Honestly, Megan, I don't know what to tell you. I would say probably eHarmony because I saw a lot of commercials for it.
Yeah,
and the guys like
they seem pretty. They were like, we met on eHarmony and like we have 15 kids now, and they're like, wow, like, this was.
We can't stop having kids.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. What types of things should I include on my dating profile?
So I think it's good that you give a general, like, a gist of who you are, maybe some likes, dislikes. Maybe throw stuff in there like your 40 time, your vertical leap.
Yeah. Your
maybe,
stats.
Maybe some stats.
Yeah, I batted 300. You could be like, yeah, I batted my on base percentage was. Well, this is awkward. We're receiving a phone call right now. Hold on.
Oh, you are? Who's calling?
Yeah. It's Ian. It's Cornfed. Cornfed's calling us right now. How's it going, Cornfed?
My man.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm driving through small town Nebraska, so the phone may be a little spotty out here, but making my way to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Ian could actually help us with this question.
Ian, actually, you're the perfect
Let's
person
hear it.
for this.
So,
yeah.
Ian, the question that we got emailed in is about dating apps, and the question was, what types of things should I include on my dating profile?
We said like vertical leap or vertical
Yeah,
jump.
we said stats, like my on-base percentage,
your 40 time, maybe.
your 40 time. What do you think? What are some good things that you should include on a dating profile? Ian is on dating profiles.
What would you like to see, Ian? Yeah.
I'm currently not. This is the first time not that I have anything, but small town Nebraska. There's not in terms of the radius, there's not a lot. I'm not. I've burned a little too much gas driving to Lincoln or Omaha, so I'm just focusing on taking a year for the career.
Okay.
Give the other guys a chance.
Give the other guys a chance.
Okay, but in the past, what were some stuff that you would put on there?
No, yeah. Oh man, I think.
You cut out. Right when he's actually giving advice, it cuts out.
Okay.
All right, try again.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I think number of, I think your CC stats, so if like the number of pieces of pizza that you can eat.
That's
I think
people.
was always,
true.
Always a big one.
Yeah, the triple double: 10 pieces of pizza, 10 breadsticks, 10 brownies.
CC stats.
Yeah,
I
the
love
CC
it.
stats. That's a good example. What about some red flags? What's a red flag?
Okay.
So if you're
All right,
scrolling through, so Ian, you're swiping. Let's say you're swiping. You got fingers moving.
Yeah.
You're swiping, and then you come upon this profile. What makes you go, but whoa? And we're not talking about looks. We're talking about what on the profile makes you go, what?
Maybe like started my own business, self-employed, because that's either like, it's either you're a CEO
Or you're like living with your mom, or something.
you sell things on Etsy.
Yeah. What are some red flags?
Man, you guys are putting me on the spot. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Oh God, corn-fed.
Oh, no.
Corn-fed.
He get caught in a tornado.
I think anyone that has like first 3 or 4 pictures or like 6 or 7 of this like group pictures.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Why, what are you trying to? Because my mindset, I know.
He's right on the group pictures.
How do I know who is who?
Right, you
Yeah.
have to
So
you have to
I-
look at each
you're not
one.
confident.
And just putting
if you're
their
not
own up there.
confident enough, to put your own picture out there. Like I think that man, in terms of like words or like phrases, I mean.
Yeah, I think you're right though, Salty Don. I think like self-employed can go a couple different ways.
Yeah.
You could be like if they put like a movie quote for like a movie that we all like, it's like, yeah, we know that Step Brothers is funny. Like you don't need to put like a Step Brothers quote in your profile or something like that. I don't know what else.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I mean I really like the picture one because like if you have to put in the analytical work to do the process of elimination and like if all the pictures have people in it and you have to be like, oh, it's the same group of 4 people.
You have to do some detective work.
Which one is
I
it?
know.
Yeah. By the time you get to the bottom of that mystery, like, is it worth it? You know?
Yeah. Well, that's a good one, Ian.
100%.
That's a good one. That's a good one. We appreciate the help.
I could give you like a typical. I mean, like if you're like a typical profile, like 80%. This is guys or girls, so they'll have something where they're either like dog lover, cat lover, which again, like I'm sure a lot of them are, but that's like 80% of the profiles. You'll see that probably more dog. You'll see some type of show, whether it's like The Office, whether it's Friends, like that, The Office, and then you'll see like some type. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm a foodie," or something like that. There'll be something, like in Austin, everyone had, a picture of them at a pool. They said they love tacos, and they said they love dogs. I mean, that was like 90% of the profiles, guys or girls.
They're all the same.
They're all the same.
Yeah, I was like, and then you throw in the group one, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even tell. I don't even know what they look like, let alone I can't, separate their interests from the thousands of other people on here.
Okay, that's good. So
That's good.
make your interest specific.
Yeah,
maybe.
be specific and don't be general and basic. I mean, don't say the same stuff. Oh, can't live without coffee, like all the same crap. Like, come on. You got to be a little original, especially if you're trying to get a guy like Ian corn-fed there out in Peru, Nebraska. Go Peru State College.
You just you put a
Dude,
piece
yeah,
of...
I mean, we're. I'm not gonna. I don't want to say a whole lot on the air, but we do have. Ben Simpson, which is a big time Peru contributor. He helps out with the recruiting, and he's big time.
Yeah,
big time.
that's
one,
me.
One question, and I'll let you guys get back to it. What's on tap tonight, boys? I love checking out the what you guys are drinking every show. So what are we pounding back tonight?
So I'm pounding back Canada Dry ginger ale.
Salty Dalton's sick tonight.
Yeah.
Salty Dalton's sick tonight.
I've
got a Sam Adams Summer Ale here in my left hand. I already finished off a
Corona Premier.
And then when I get home, I'll probably have a what's the beer that I have that you really like that I sent you a picture
Optimal
of?
Wit.
Optimal
Port
Wit.
City Optimal Wit, my friend.
Yeah, Port City Optimal
Never
Wit.
had it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You got to try it. When Ian came in town, I took him to Dogfish Head. We got some we got some American Beauties.
That's the place to go, man. Dogfish Head is amazing.
Yeah.
It was great. You need some Lone Star. I may see if I can work my Texas people and maybe
it's great.
Some sent out
I had
I don't know if Dalton's had it, but you got to try it.
I was just in Fort Worth last week.
Ooh.
And I had a Lone Star for the first time with a tahine around the edge. It was crazy, man. It was so good.
Lone Star's good.
I straight up went and bought tahine on Amazon right after that.
Lone Star's good, man. The drink of Texas.
Yeah.
That's Ian. That's corn-fed. By the way, Ian, before we let you go, just reminder, you've got a couple weeks to submit either an email or a voice memo talking about your favorite moment of the podcast, because we're going to have our year anniversary show on the 23rd. So you got a couple weeks. I'll remind you, but be sure to get that in, because we'll read it on air. We'll play it on air if it's a voice memo.
I used to listen. I download them and listen to them when I was on the road in Texas.
Hell yeah.
I won't spoil which one, but I already know which one.
All right, good. Save it. Leave us either a voice memo and email that to us, therandomwordblog@gmail.com. Talk to you later, Ian.
Sure. All right, boys. Keep up the good work.
That is Ian. That's corn-fed. It's funny.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't believe he called in. He always seems to call, right? That like prime podcasting time.
Yeah, he knew the number there. He knew the number.
And at least he's cool to talk to.
Yeah, that is Ian. And
so in summary,
just
a recap in case the listener if you weren't paying attention during that. We don't know what the best dating site is. We volunteered eHarmony or somewhere where you actually have to put effort into it because
anything that involves more than a picture.
Effort in, effort out. If you can make the profile in less than 5 seconds, it's probably not a site that you're going to get a lot of data out of.
Exactly.
In terms of, what was it next? Things to include. Very specific things. So you could do the vertical leap, the 40 time, the CC's pizza. Everyone knows if you're down to just sit and eat pizza with somebody, that's a pretty good thing. And then include specific likes. So like, maybe you're like, hey, I really enjoy Wednesdays because I go to this place called Wacky Wednesday Bar. And
be like, I really love this specific sandwich at the deli across from my work. Like, that's not, ooh, I like The Office. We all love The Office. Like, you don't need to put that on your dating profile.
You know how many times I've watched it so far?
Seinfeld, Office, we get it. Those are great shows.
So be very specific because then someone who shares something specific like that too would be like, yo, this person knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. So that should help you out, Megan, and that should do it for the show. Again, this is episode 43.
I'm going to recap red flags but we should be all right.
Yeah, red flags. Well, you already were doing exploring that, saying, again, if you see people that have really basic stuff on there, stuff we all love, group photos, those sort of things,
Yeah, the group
definitely
photos,
stay away from that
that's
as well.
fair, yeah. No, you're right. We covered it. Okay.
Okay, so, again, this is episode 43. We'll be around probably next week, and then we'll probably be taking the week after off for Salty Dalton's travels, and then we'll be...
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe... Well, we can talk... We'll talk
We'll
shop
figure it
after,
out,
yeah.
but we will be having the 1-year anniversary episode.
1 year of random
believe
words.
The official date on that is the 23rd.
23rd of August marks the first day that we have posted the Random Word podcast, because it is the day that my credit card is going to get billed for hosting on that podcast site.
Exactly. So we will record the episode on the 22nd, which is the Thursday, but you can listen to it either late on that Thursday night or starting with the anniversary on the 23rd.
What do you think of Oh no, we kept the same like outro phrases, like you say.
Oh yeah, no, we stay those.
Okay.
We
I thought we were like switching. I don't remember anything because
because
my brain is
you're literally about to pass out.
My brain is on a crazy trip right now.
But we do end the episodes, and again, please send in your favorite moments. Email it in. We want those. Send us a voice memo.
Not
we
even
can
that,
play
just
them
like
on
maybe
the show.
maybe just tell us congratulations. Like,
hey, whoa, why don't you?
You could even say,
us?
hey, you suck, but you've lasted a year.
Yeah. I mean, we've made it this far, this long. Please,
we'll take hate mail at this point, honestly.
Send some thoughts. If you're our listeners in Sweden, we'd love to throw it back to you guys, because you guys really.
Oh man,
the only
that
reason
was
we
great.
continued with the show is because Sweden reached out.
We dipped our toe in the international waters,
and we still get some international downloads.
It's kind of like we're like Pitbull, Mr. International. That's what now that all it takes is one. That's why we call it the World Series, because we have Canada.
That's exactly right. Before we end the show, Salty Dalton and I, we're going to count down from 3, 2, 1, and we're going to say a random word, the first word that pops into our head. And again, the rule is if Salty Dalton and I ever say the same word at the same time, then we will never do the show again. We'll throw this equipment away. In fact, I'll throw it into the street, and that will be that. So let's do this.
Okay, so you've got your word in your head. Do you have your word?
Hold on 1 second. Okay, I got it.
Okay, you got it?
Got it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Monopoly.
Syrup.
Oh, okay. I almost said corn first.
That would have been close.
Yeah,
corn syrup. That's the thing. That's the thing. I said syrup. He said Monopoly.
Looks
so
like
we get to still do the show.
Show must
Looks like
go
it's
on.
Still on. We're like 75. We finally say the same word. It's like help, because we're dying.
Free us from this prison.
So that is Salty Dalton.
Yeah.
I am Ben. That is episode 43 in the books. Sayonara, my sweet suckers.
We outie.